Good evening, one and all. It's Sunday, it's the end of the week, and it seems a lot of you already know exactly what's going on today. It is indeed time for some more good old Warframe, and this time with a Hildren Prime Access giveaway. Welcome in, everybody. I did unmute everything. Yes, I did. There we are. Professional streamer. I know to double check. Welcome in. I hope you have all had a wonderful weekend where you are around the world. Although some of you are still finishing off the weekend, and Eddie immediately requesting we switch over to some EDM. Sure, why not? Why not? Let's get that active right now, shall we? Just cut up the synth. Screw that stuff, apparently. Welcome in, everyone. Just a quick thing on the bot. The bot is rate limited in its messages, so if it doesn't respond to you straight away, it is still listening. If the bot says failed to enter too many tickets, you already got a ticket. So it listened to you the first time. If the bot says that, if the bot responds to you at all, you're fine. You got your ticket. Absolutely a-okay when it comes to the ticket command there. But yeah, I assume it's going to take up a lot of the chat here. Did I watch the football game? No, I went out with my family and enjoyed a bit of time on the beach because it's a nice little lovely sunny day. Nice lovely sunny day. So didn't feel inclined to watch any football. In fact, I haven't watched a football match in nearly forever. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Ladybug saying, brother, finally started playing for real. Got him to get Loki today. Nice. Always a good start. Always a good start to get your 10 onto a Loki because, you know, one of the earliest proper stealth frames you can get hold of, actually. And yo, Ace2619, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome into the channel proper. Enjoy a lovely blue badge, your emotes, your access to the Supporter Tea Lounge over on the Discord, and of course, no ads here on Twitch now. Cheers indeed. Beach better than football? Agreed. Absolutely. I've never been into the various kinds of sports balls out there. I am a nerd. Through and through. The sports balls are not my thing. But today, what is my thing? Aside from, of course, we got the giveaway that'll be running throughout the stream, is that what I'd like to do is go diving through some Steel Path, maybe even crack open some relics whilst we're at it. But first, we do have the Sortie and Carl mission to do today, because I've kind of been putting off Carl mission. And sorties we do at the start of every single Warframe stream here on this channel. So, with regards to that then, if you would like to join in on the missions today, send me a message in game, the Kenjineer. I'll bring it to the squad. Although,
short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. Quadratic supporter anniversary lows.
Rainova, thank you very much, my dude. Subscribing at tier 3 for an entire year. Or at least I've been subscribed for a year. I don't know how long you've been on the tier 3. Point is, year of support at tier 3. You absolute legend, Ray. Thank you very much on that. Cheers indeed. It looks like we've already got some people who want to be joining in the Sortie. Let's bring in Darthia. Let's bring in Zom. And let's bring in MF. And that is an entire squad. So M8, lots of M starts. M8, Donald. I'm sorry, a little bit too slow on the draw today. Perhaps another time. Quick question, Yorkshire Gold or Twinings? I don't actually remember which brand of tea that I've got today, sorry. I don't actually remember. Which is, by the way, why a tea brand can sponsor me. Anyway, that aside, someone did ask something separately as well that I did want to get to. Where was that question? It's just scrolling straight off. How do I actually get Loki? That was the one I was going to answer. Loki is a very easy one to get because you just need to fight the Hyena pack, not on the level 130, you don't need to do that. On the normal mode is absolutely fine. And you get the Loki parts from there. 1, 2, 3, pop, you're done. You get the main blueprint from the market. It is really easy to do, skin Loki. Really, really easy to do. Obviously, if you're a new player, that's where the difficulty is beginning to ramp up, is around this part of the star chart. You start to really notice the difference in levels, but if you're not a completely new player, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle to get hold of that. Not at all. Hyperdor, cheers. Appreciate the hydrates as well, guys. I'm going to be burning through my tea today, I know that. It's just the way it goes. What's the best way to farm Hildren's relics? Hildren's Acti relic. Best place to farm that is on this mission right here. Apollo Disruption is just the single best place to get hold of the Hildren relics. There is nothing better. Absolutely nothing better. So you run that one. Technically, you want to min-max the conduits you're doing. You can focus on the rotations, how they work. Let's always go for rotation B, but if you don't care about that and just want to speed through it, you'll still be just as fine overall. You'll get a couple other non-relic drops, but it doesn't take too much away from you. Main thing is Apollo Disruption. It's just number one. Hi Vlad, I'm doing well today. Hope you're doing well yourself. Alright, let's have a look at what this sortie actually is that we've got today. Shut that thing up real quick. We have got a Sabotage with enemy elemental enhancement, a Rescue Exma Stronghold, and then it is the Assassination against Lefantis with a Radiation Hazard. They like their radiation on this sortie today. That is quite a bit of radiation going on, but sure, why not? Let's roll it. Let's roll it. Mod Survival is good for Neo. It is not. That is a Neo relic every 5 minutes at most. At best, which is not a good rate of them. It's an acceptable rate if you really want to do the survivals, but you'll still be dipping out after doing, what's that, 15 minutes, because you don't want the rotation C drop, or at least you probably don't want the rotation C drop. So no, Mod Survival is not a good farm for relics. It is a farm for relics, not a good one. Oh, and we got a massive speed boost, so let's show them I can do speed as well. I hope everyone has had themselves a wonderful weekend wherever you are around the world. It's been a very sunny day today here in the UK, which is impressive considering how not sunny it was yesterday. Quite the turnaround. Ow. I have rad block. I shoot. I am completely shameless in that, yes. The only reason that person did not die right there is because they were Titania, and Titania had the anti-status effect on themselves. This guy is tanking. There we are. That'll be that elemental enhancement for you, blimey. Yo, Z-Train! Coming out with 5 gifted subs. You are not waiting around, are you, my dude? Going out to MFan1100, to Nanami80, to Queez, to Koraf, and to Derpipi. Z-Train, you legend. Thank you very much for gifting those subs over to the community here. Those of you who just got one, make sure you say thanks to him for that. That is real generous. Thank you very much, my dude. Let's slide ourselves in. We are done with this mission. We don't need to kill the enemies, we just need to get away from them. Easy peasy. Z-Train, you ledge. There's 1 mission down, 2 more to go on the sortie today. Been the same kind of weather over Michigan? Nice, nice, nice. It's nice to finally be moving into warmer months. I am totally and utterly done with winter. Not a fan of the whole, daylight savings kicking in and stealing an hour of sleep from me, but whatever. If that's the trade to get out of winter, I will take it. I'm absolutely done with that. Alright, let's go rescue someone. Costa saying, good evening. Wonder how many people didn't expect the stream because of daylight savings. That is exactly why I posted the time of the stream on the Discord, using Discord's timestamp thing, so that anyone can see it in their local time and go, oh wait, oh yeah, it changed. Would it be worthwhile making a pin chat about the raffle? There's still a lot of chat full of tickets and well, people are still going to have to say ticket anyway, so that's just kind of going to be the B. Yeah, there's not really a lot of getting around on that one there. That Discord thing is so convenient. Oh, it really is, yes. It really is. Zom, whenever you're ready.
Perfect stream to resubscribe. Hope you are doing well.
Derzak, thank you very, very much there for subscribing with your Prime once again. I'm glad you feel it's a perfect stream to subscribe on. You absolute ledge. Cheers. And I am indeed doing well. Hope you're doing well where you are in the world as well. And Kaz, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome into the channel proper to you too. Looks like we are not loading for some reason. What's going on? Force it not showing up. Okay. Let's force it. Thank you for subscribing with your Prime. That means you now got access to the emotes on the channel. You've got that shiny blue badge next to your name. You've got no more ads here on Twitch. And if you're on Discord, which you should be, !Discord to join that. If you're on the Discord, connect up your accounts. You'll have access to the Supporter Tea Lounge, which is the channel just for those who subscribe, either here or on the paid subscription on YouTube or over on Patreon. All 3 lead to the same YouTube channel. That way you can pick and choose. Because I know some people don't want to subscribe through Twitch, or they want to have different benefits, so there are options on YouTube and Patreon as well. Take your pick. You just take your pick. Greetings from Scotland. Oh, good day to you as well. I am pretty much as far away from you as I could be here, while still being in the UK. I just wanted to rotate that around. Let's drop in. This one, don't need to wait for everyone. I can just go through. I don't know why DE created that you could just skip the friendship door. I don't know why they did that for this particular vault, and then only on some of the entrances, but I'll take it. Because it does mean, even on the sortie, we don't actually set off the timer, because we're getting in through the underside. It's a weird thing. Best voice on YouTube and Twitch. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know if I'm the best, though. There are some people out there who are literally professional voice actors. I just try not to sound, you know...
Excellent work, Tenno. This
crap.
will help our cause.
No hype
Best I can
train
say.
without me.
Oh, Adam Malik, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. Adding into the hype train. Another legend, and a regular legend here on the stream. Cheers for that, Addy. What benefits do you get with YouTube and Patreon? So with YouTube, over on the YouTube membership there, the lower tier is cheaper than the lower tier here on Twitch, because YouTube takes a smaller cut. I pass it on to you guys. With that, you get access to the emotes, which are over on YouTube. I will be expanding that as more people join up and allow me to add more into it. In addition to that, you get a badge just like you do here on Twitch, but it goes next to your YouTube comments all the same, so you got that recognition all the way through. If you go for the slightly elevated role over on YouTube, you also get added into the video credits. As you'll see at the end of every video, the channel supporters are listed there. Over on Patreon, the benefits are different and depends on which tier you sign up to. First tier gives you access just over to the supporter T-Lounge on Discord, and of course my thanks. If you happen to ad block videos at that point, I turn a blind eye, you're supporting me, so whatever, it's by the by. What was I saying on that then? Yeah. When it comes to tier 2, that gives you access to the map behind the scenes. So I upload all the data, I upload any simulation code I use, all of that lot that informs my videos for you to peruse at your leisure, and you get the entire back catalogue when you subscribe on Patreon. Higher tiers also give you access to things such as custom voice lines added into the video credits, or even one-to-one coaching on a topic of your choice. Doesn't even have to be Warframe. You know, I kind of cover things a little bit more than just how to play a game, so if you want that one-on-one to support you in your own personal endeavors, there is that option available over on Patreon, so you can take your pick with a load of different options. I hope there's something for pretty much everyone. And if there isn't, if there's something you would like, and I'm not currently doing that, then the suggestions channel over on Discord is the best place to pop that, so I can make sure I've got an option for you. One of my thoughts on Zaku and Phantasma Prime. Phantasma Prime I don't have any thoughts on. Zaku, however, is just an amazingly solid Warframe. No two rows about it, just amazingly solid. Alright, switching over to blast damage here. Blast damage specifically with Titania when fighting Lephantis. The reason for that is that Lephantis is weak to Corrosive Ray and Blast. It's not as weak to Blast as it is Corrosive, but with secondary mods, specifically Primed Heated Charge, we can actually get more Blast than we can Corrosive, and that tips the scales just in its favour. We're going for that. And I think the zombies, once again, unable to actually see the start button, so, oh no, they can this time. Never mind.
Hey, don't have anything funny to say.
Don't have to be funny. Your thanks is absolutely enough on that. Mythic Spirit, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Up onto 7 months now, you legend. Cheers on that. Really do appreciate it. Can I explain the difference between igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks, Mr. Rock Doctor? I'm not a doctor, but I do know my rocks. So, igneous is where rocks start. The first rocks that appear are igneous. They are what was molten that has become solid. If it was molten, becomes solid, that is an igneous rock. So think like lava coming out of volcanoes, it solidifies, boom, you've got yourself an igneous rock. If the rock then gets weathered, say like it gets broken up into fragments, or just watered down, water rubs away various bits and it becomes sand, and that gets compacted. Weathered materials, or broken up materials, some kind of not formed through that process of melting, and then solidified into a new rock, sedimented, you could say, into a new rock, that is sedimentary. The third type then, metamorphic, kind of bridges the gap. Metamorphic is when a rock has been changed from one type of rock into another type of rock through heat and or pressure. So the actual nature of the rock has been changed, but not broken down. Because broken down brings you again into sediments. In that case, that's when you get metamorphic. So igneous once was molten, then became solid. Sedimentary, something got broken into lots of pieces and put together. And metamorphic got cooked or squished, probably both, into a new thing. And that's how you get your 3 types of rock. And fun fact, ice can be a rock as well. Ice indeed can be a rock. So you can get sedimentary rocks through the formation of permafrost and snow falling down. You can get metamorphic rocks, which are glaciers. Because the snow has been compacted under the pressure of it, it slightly changes its properties into that solid glacier. And technically you can kind of get igneous rocks from glacial melt and then refreeze. But that's getting really silly at that point. That's getting really silly. But yes, technically, natural forms of ice can be rocks, but it has to be natural. Just ice in your fridge or freezer, that's not a rock. It's a mineral, but it's a artificial mineral at that point. But ice can be a rock if naturally formed. Yeah. How do you go from studying geology to content creation? By going, you know what, I don't want to do this as a career with regards to the geology bit, and doing some soul searching. I forgot to do the fiction for this. Last. That didn't go well. But hey, we get a ribbon, so that's fine. Ice in the glacier? Yeah, glacial ice is metamorphic. It is natural. It is made of one or more minerals, the minerals being water ice. And its composition, its lithology, as it were, has been changed due to pressure.
The Canadian sip hello all.
So yeah,
Hope
glaciers
you're having a
are
good
metamorphic
day.
rocks. Fun fact. Gorilla Overclock, thank you very much for subscribing at 9 months. I am indeed having a good day today. I hope you're having a good day as well, Gorilla. You absolute legend. Once again, subscribing here. Cheers on that. Why did I choose geology in the first place? I was advised to go for geology. I had a little bit of a knack for it. I had been doing geology at a lower level beforehand, so I'd already demonstrated that I kind of understood the subject and get on with it. I was torn between a few options at the time. I was torn between going into geology, going into accounting, or going into computer science. I was advised against accounting for the rather cruel reason of it would make me boring and I would get bored of it. I'm very sorry to any accountants out there. That is literally the advice I was given. Don't know if that's true or not. Don't know what that says about the accountant in my family. Yeah. With regards to computer science, I was urged away from that by family who were believing that I was focusing too much on just video games and haha, let's make them. Joke's on you, I now make a living from video games anyway. And instead, I was advised towards geology as the third option there. But it was not my thing in the end. As for the ephemera I'm using here, if we open up the attachments, I'm using the Vengeful Trickster ephemera on my titania to give it that shimmering, fey-like effect. It works. I think it works. Alright then, with the sortie out of the way, I'm going to say thank you to Darth Washbire. Was that Washbire? Washbire? I'm just going to say Darth. To Darth, to Dom, and to MF, thank you for joining in on the sortie. I'm going to drop squad at that point because now we're going to head on over to doing the Carl mission. I've been putting it off. I always put them off, but let's do it today. Let's do it today. Computers are just made of rocks anyway, so full circle. I mean, if you want to reduce it down to absurdity, sure, totes. Yeah. That's definitely how it works. Do I have another job running streaming? I used to, but I switched over to content creation full-time. Not streaming, content creation full-time. Because I don't stream all the time. Streaming actually only takes up a minority of the time in my content creation. Most of my time is focused on producing videos for YouTube and the content related to that. There's the content that goes up onto Patreon, which is separately produced to go alongside the videos. And then there is the additional support I provide through Twitter, through Discord. That kind of overall filling in the rest of community building. But yeah, Twitch takes up probably the technically the second largest or third largest space in my content creation work that I do. I don't have a job separate to content creation now, though. And it is thanks to you guys. Literally, thanks to every single one of you here right now, except for those of you who are not subscribed anyway and also block ads. If you block ads and just take everything for free, okay, then you're slightly a problem. But to everyone else, the other 90% of you, it's thanks to you guys I'm still here. You make it happen. When? When did I do this? My brain is a sieve. When did I didn't do this on Wednesday. Did we do this on Wednesday? I've streamed Warframe twice this week, and
always welcome.
all I can think of is that I did it after stream last week and somehow screwed around long enough that I actually did the next week's one. Whatever. Okay, you know what? I don't know how this happens to me. I'll be honest with you, chat. I don't know how I've done this multiple times. But whatever. I don't remember doing it this week, but maybe I did it at the very tail end of last week and actually stepped over into the next week. I don't know. So instead, Silverstrom just requested we use Eurali, so let's do that. Let's bring Eurali. I mean, Birchified, if Carl says I've already done the mission, I'm not doing it again. I'm not that big of a fan of them. So I'm just going to move on from that one. Pendragon saying, my sub ends today, still can't use Switch Prime to resub. Yeah, Pendragon, because, because of daylight savings, we had this happen to someone else as well. It seemed like they had to be unsubbed for an hour. So it's almost like the Twitch sub recognizes that time has run out, but it doesn't recognize that there should now also be the resub available again. That hour hasn't caught up. Yeah, it was Eddie that happened to. So we think it's actually due to daylight savings that you can't resub straight away if you're on a Prime sub. That's what's going on there. At least that's our guess. It's the best I've got to work on, and sure enough, an hour later, Eddie could indeed actually resubscribe with their Prime, so that's what I'm talking up to. Daylight savings has screwed up Twitch Prime. Go figure. I mean, it's Twitch in a nutshell, isn't it? All right, let's grab... Let's which one do we pick here? Let's go for this, Eurali. That should be fine. So we said we're going to go over to do some Seal Path missions. You know what? Let's do that with the Spore Laser. Let's grab the Spore Laser for this. What I'm actually going to do, I just want to demonstrate you ready for a little bit here. Silverstrom's suggested it. Let's use it. Let's use her, I should say. And do we have any interesting missions over here, or is it just a little basic one? Oh, it's just... Come on. Give me a shinier mission. Okay, not Interception. I hate Interception. Let's do it this way. What do we got? What we got? Let's do that one, actually. I'm going to do it. I know I'm opening up a relic solo, but that's to ensure that you see it is actually fully Eurali doing stuff here. Let's face it, got 28 of this relic. Who cares about this one? That one, that's who. Get rid of daylight savings? I agree. I agree. What doesn't daylight savings screw up? The orbit of the Earth. People's ability to believe in things which are completely nonsensical. Stuff to that effect. Alright then. Oh, that is... that was... I am on the wrong operator mode, but it's fine. I'll survive. I shall survive. What I'm going to do here is grab all of these guys, get that kill. And now I've got rapid fire. I can carpet bomb as Eurali. It is beautiful. I've got the black energy on it. You can still see the sheer devastation this is pouring out. This is modern Eurali. That little carpet bombing got us 18 kills. Not the most exotic amount of kills, but you can get some ridiculous fire rate and ridiculous ammo efficiency. I've got infinite ammo in primary at the moment, but secondary is where I'm getting it due to the arcane on this. You see, we can just kind of just keep going. Well, at least until the headshot ammo efficiency runs out. That was unfortunate. At least that doesn't instantly wipe out the board. How is your Teshin alive? Creator mode. To hide spoilers, which, by the way, you just ruined for us. Can this one die, please? Thank you. I want my fire rate back. Yeah, creator mode is designed to hide certain story spoilers from those who watch streams but may not have reached said story spoilers. Also, notice how high my shields are at the moment. As in, my shields are perfectly fine. Because this is a shield tanking Uraeli. And not just shield tanking, I'm not talking like shield gating. Literal shield tank Uraeli. I'm going to stop for a bit. Actually, no, I hate nullifiers. Let's find someone else to stop in front of. Not a nullifier. Nullifiers suck. This will be fine. I'm just going to sit here for a moment. You can see my shield's doing pretty okay, I'd say. Oh, Marlena does run out of health this way, but that's why you use the first ability to recharge the health on it. And we're just kind of... We're chilling. We're chilling. They're trying to hurt me and they're failing. Let me just recast this whilst we're at it. Although that did use up the last of my energy, so that might be a bit spicy. Yeah, there we are. We got another Marlena cast, which we're going to need. Because I did just sit in front of the damage here to demonstrate that Uraeli is just living through it. I'll keep this thing re-staggered using Aqua Blades, just so it stops screwing me over. So yeah, Uraeli is actually in a very good spot. There are some people out there who still believe that Uraeli is a stupid frame. Yeah, there's still the whole you have to K-drive for the 90% damage reduction, but if you know how to K-drive, 90% damage reduction is not a terrible amount to have, you know? On top of the fact that you're also mobile, and you can stagger enemies, you can just get up in their face, hit loads of slash onto them, you can get a 200% fire rate and reload buff, which is kind of a little bit stonks. It's just the whole getting stuck on stuff that ruins it. Okay, this also ruins it, like trying to get through there. Hi, mate. Let's just give him extra damage vulnerability. Oh, my attack speed ran out. That's unfortunate. In fact, so have all my damage buffs. There's just not enough enemies around at the moment. That's embarrassing. We're having to kill this without damage buffs. That's because I brought Merciless rather than Deadhead. Uraeli works very well with Deadhead. Right, there we go. It says there is an enemy to go backwards to. I'm not doing that. I refuse. I will just go forwards. Yo, Alec Dune, thank you very much for subscribing at Tier 1. Welcome to the channel, Prof, my dude. Enjoy your lovely blue badge. Your access to the support team lounge over on Discord, your emotes, and your ad-free viewing here on Twitch. Whilst I just spam the Spore Laser on all this lot. There's another nullifier coming to ruin my day. I will ruin his instead. I would recommend using Xeneric with Uraeli just so you can spam out abilities that little bit more without having to build for efficiency. Because otherwise, you do risk running out of energy and then you have to use pizzas. And that's just... If you have to use pizzas for your build, if you're not doing a boss fight, it's just kind of sad. Oh, we got an incoming Acolyte as well. Let's see, Uraeli versus Acolyte. So long as it's not violence, we're okay. It's violence. I hate my life. I'm just going to ride away and hope that I can kill them before they get to me. Where are they? Where's the marker? Where is violence? They're going to nullify my board and I do not appreciate that. Where is violence? I wish to visit violence upon violence, but violence is me. Seriously, where is he? Where is violence? I mean, you can say Lotus will watch me perish all you like, mate. If you're not here to kill me, I'm not going to die. Are they upstairs? Oh, let's get off the board just so this doesn't break. Violence is a coward? It certainly seems that way, doesn't it? I swear to God, if violence pulls me back down that elevator, I'm going to be pissed. I mean, okay, I know I said not violence, but I didn't expect them to just straight up decide to not be here. It's surprisingly charitable for an Acolyte of the Stalker. I'll take it, but like, what? This game, man. This game. I hurt his feelings? Well, good. Because he hurt my Lavos. For like 200 health and I killed him. Can't blame him, nobody can get over being killed by Eurali. I mean, that's true, yeah. Like, would you want to admit Eurali just wiped the floor with you? I know I wouldn't want that. Dying to a girl on a skateboard. A skateboard jellyfish ray thing? Yeah, nah. This is really embarrassing though for them. Like, bro, turn up. This is your own fight. He chose to be here. Why is he not here? The Acolyte's not here in 50 minutes. We can leave. I'm leaving now. Sod it. I don't even know where this guy's supposed to have spawned. He's probably spawned in a wall somewhere. I'm not dealing with that. Oh dear. I got nullified. Was it him? Did he nullify me? No. I ain't dealing with it. I ain't dealing with it. Who here loves tea? Probably the guy with a teacup on his teacup. Just a thought, you know? Maybe. Oh dear. Well, at least I still get the C lessons for opening up a rally. But there you are. Eurali on Oxamoko, Exterminate. Didn't even get slightly concerned about the tank there. Aside from the fact that Violence spawned but didn't spawn. Eurali can tank. Eurali can just tank and carpet bomb. And you don't have to use the carpet bombing approach. You can go for more targeted approaches like using the Tenet Plinks, or you can go for a laser beam like the Observe here, which is the Gaze secondary kit gun. I would recommend avoiding crit hating weaponry like the Latum, and crit ignorant ones like the Icarus and the Kuva Nukor don't get as much from Eurali's passive, but you can still use them. But the Latum does hate Eurali. 60k healing? Was that what it showed? Oh yeah, that was going to be healing Marlena, isn't it? That's healing Marlena.
Just for the 10k this month.
Oh my word. Adam Malik, you have been absolutely pouring out the support today. As you said yourself, 10k this month. Adam Malik, you absolute legend. Thank you very much for the other 2,600 bits to the channel. Oh my god. You're a star. You have definitely well earned your VIP badge. Bloody hell. If I get the chance, can I test if Vara's concentrated arrow explosion kills drop energy orbs with Varuna's subsumed buff? Well, so, Varuna's subsumed buff is just to get headshots for energy orbs, and if concentrated arrow gets headshot kills, then why not, Space Cadet? Yeah, why not? Use a new core? I could use a new core, but it depends on what we're using in our next mission, because I see someone else has made a request as well to see it on these Steel Path missions. Speedy, now you are spamming it. If you spam it, I will time you out. Space Cadet saying, can we see 7,000 armor Cyanax? That's parasitic armor, shields, and ability strength. Do we really need that? I mean, do I have the build for it? I know I did the build, but I did the build in a video which is separate to this. Do I actually have it available to me? Did I not save it? I think this was the one, wasn't it? Was this the one? I just need to subsume it in. I think this was the build. Let's try it. Let's see how that comes out. I need to grab parasitic armor and put it onto config D. Parasitic armor. Need to feed the Grapevine. Let's feed them real quick. Bop, bop. Grab you, ganglions, for you. Let's use some comms. For you, let's use some Lua Thraxplasm. And then some normal Thraxplasm. I know that hurt someone, that was intentional. Let's grab the nav coordinates. Excellent. Alright, now we can feed this in. Now we can feed this in over final... no, not on final stand. What will we do it over? I mean, I could do it over final stand. Am I going to use that? It's fun to use. This gives shields on kill and an energy rate. We're not going to gain shields. So as much as it gives me energy, do I need it? Do I want it? It's resolve, lift him up. To regenerate squad's energy over time. I could skip that one, or I could skip Axis Javelin. I think I'll skip Rally Point. I'll drop that one. This config. Just for now. I want to keep my 4 because it's fun. When am I ending the raffle? At the end of the stream, which is roughly 3 hours from when it started. Alright then. It might give extra shields for parasitic armor. It would not. That's not how parasitic armor works. It is based on your maximum shield capacity at any given moment, not your current shields at that time of casting. So things which increase your maximum capacity, such as using the redirection mod, or being in the range of buff from, I think, Hildrin could affect it. But just having more or less shields at a given moment, that doesn't affect it. Alright then, so let's see. This will give me a 179% conversion. My shield total is 1,850 at the moment. 1,850 times 1.79 currently gives us 3,311, but Space Cadet wanted us to go even higher than that. That sounds like a bad idea. Going higher than that. We don't want to lose our duration, so I don't want to take off Prime Continuity. So to go about that, we would be looking at bringing in some like Blind Rage. But to fit Blind Rage into here, we need to drop other mods. How can we go about that? We could drop these two here and do that way. There we go. Our efficiency is now absolutely bloody terrible, but 254% gives us 4,699 armor. It's still not all the way up there. It's still not all the way up there that you're asking for. But you know what, Space Cadet? Just because you're asking for 7k doesn't mean you're allowed to get it. So this will get you close enough. Also, Dolty wants us to switch over to some lo-fi for a bit. So let me just quickly do that. There we are. Did Space Cadet give us a greater specificity on it? No, not really. No, he didn't. So this will have to do. Alright, did the lo-fi actually start? Yes, it's just quiet. There we are. Alright then, let's give this a roll. Let's give this a roll and see how well it works out for us. I've got 225 max energy. Should be handleable. I will switch over to Zederic to ensure that I have the support needed to do this. It's possible if you focus entirely on shields and strength. Alright, but why would you do that when you can also use other stats to do more than just exist in a mission? Just existing in a mission is not enough. Having adaptation is going to help us out in actually tanking. Having vitality, having the health to stack with the armor we're getting is going to help in tanking. Having the duration allows us to actually keep it up for more than a couple seconds. Not a big deal. The stretch isn't a big deal. We don't need the stretch on here, but it is still giving us more range on some abilities here, which does actually help us out. So it's a better idea to do that, in my opinion. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl, and let's put it to the test on the exact same mission, if possible, that we just did for... Okay, closed. I was going to say just did for Urali, but we don't have that. So let's go to another one. I don't want to do Inception. Inception sucks. Sod it, let's do that one. Let's do that one, why not? Open up one of these. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Markaluti, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper, my dude. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your emotes, your access to the supporter team lounge over on the Discord, and of course, no more ads here on Twitch. Thank you very much for subscribing, but really do appreciate it from everyone. Well, those who do sub. Alright, give energy, use our free cast, get all the armor. I have nearly 5,000 actual armor right now, which is kind of a little bit bonkers. Let's see, how well does that tank? Shoot me. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now let's just scoop them up, shoot them, dead. Yeah, that's pretty effective. That is indeed pretty effective. We could be quite happy with that. Oh, there's a person down here still alive. Let's fix that. Cool. That person is no longer alive. That is exactly what we needed. I just need... Oh, my shield's back already. Did I get nullified? Or was it just that short of a timer on it? And of course, the Fulmin, a very effective weapon when you group up a whole bunch of enemies like that. So if we do have a cluster of them, we can just bring them all into one spot and get even more out of it.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Smack, scoop, death. It's a nice combo. It is a nice combo, no two roads about that. Okay, that one went too far. Okay, I did not pay attention there. Did I? Something, I was trying to get them to die, and they just... Something killed me very quickly there when I wasn't looking. Yeah, that went wrong. Oh, okay. Right, well, re-up this, give me my constant energy gain. These guys screw with me so hard. As does this thing. This is getting damage reduction as well from the Xmas unit. Are you kidding me? And now I have none of my stacks on my full min, so I don't kill it as quickly as I think I'm trying to kill it. Can this... Oh, now he dies. He dies to full min, so I need to... Yeah, this is going really badly. I can get more armor with Arcane Tanker. I could. I was hoping to have enough passive heals. I just used my energy that I needed to cast with because my operator ability is not recharged. Right, here we go. Seriously though, that was a rough situation. It went from bad to worse. Oh, you're just gonna hide, are you? Little shit. Anyway, well that went well. It's why usually this kind of approach is not recommended, but also, I think I just did that badly. I'll be honest, I do think I just messed up whilst I was trying to describe everything going on. What? There is apparently something alive right here, but who? Oh, I died. Oh, need to reactivate this. Get the armor up. You can just go away. I wish I could tell liches to not spawn. I don't want them spawning anymore. I wish I could tell them to just not be a thing. Because if anything, they usually spawn when I just don't need them around, and they just cause problems. It would be really nice if I could just prevent spawns of inverted liches. Alright, let's group them all up. Recast this, because it was going to run out at just that moment. Of course it was. Trade them all away. That's the thing, you shouldn't have to trade away your converted liches just to have them not spawn. That is a ridiculous situation to be in. I'd be like say, oh, you don't want a mods pop up and you want a filter? Just sell your mods. Ah, nullifiers, I hit you. You just Goomba stomped my defense. Oh, an Axe arrived. I didn't even notice. I was too busy focused on the nullifier to realize that Angster was just about to take my face. That block it? That did not block it. Okay. That is not wiping out like I hoped. Anyway, group them up, take them out. That's the circuit that works. Group them up, take them out. I apparently do not have knockdown resistance on this build either. That was a mistake. Another one of these guys, ready to ruin my day. Do I have Rolling Guard equipped? I do not have Rolling Guard equipped. I'm using Adaptation because of the armor focus. Is that a Nullifier Guardian Xmas? Screw you. That's just rude. There we go. There we go. I'm stabilizing. It's fine. I don't think, to be quite honest, Rolling Guard would have got me out of the situations I've got into today. Just because of the amount of BS happening simultaneously there. That is double Nullifier spawn. What did I do? Thank you. I'm fine with Arctic Xmas. Oh my God's sake. I am fine with Arctic Xmas. It is the Guardian Xmas that can really screw up because the insane damage reduction they give at this level.
Another successful mission. Find it.
Reactivate this. Thank you. Just do it while she's shooting at me. It's fine. Not like I'll die or anything. My companion has died, unfortunately, because of the way that I'm playing. Oh, that did not reach as far as I hoped. But it was apparently far enough, so that's okay. So yeah, Styanax with an armor approach. It's not the strongest. It is not ideal. Shield gating is a thing for a reason. But it can kill. And Nullify Goomba Stomps are horrible. Never thought you'd see the day when Macaria Prime is dead? Yeah. Dicking around with a silly build will do that. Dicking around with a silly build will do that to you. Hey, we got through. We got through. What did I actually... Oh, I got an Amber Star. Cool. Never played this game before, but it looks pretty good. What would you say it compares to? The closest game that is in any way similar would be Destiny. But that's as close as I can get you, generally speaking. The movement system is... Imagine like Apex Legends or Titanfall on steroids. You can get up to so much shenanigans in terms of movement, which is great. In terms of the overall gameplay, though, Warframe is somewhat unique. Plus, it's free to play, so you can just try it any time. You not say Warframe is like Destiny, of them both being sci-fi? Yeah, it's as close as I can get you because Warframe does really occupy a lot of its own spot for how it goes about existence. It's kind of hard to really compare it to something else. Also, I've not played every game under the sun, so I don't have a huge number of comparisons. But yeah, Space Get, I hope you enjoyed your parasitic armor. Styanax, I did not. Wouldn't be my go-to approach for playing the game normally. Would not be my usual go-to. It's an option, sure. All those shields into armor, it's just... By the time you need that level of armor, it's actually no longer that good. You need someone with a little bit more bulk if you're going to go for an armor-based approach. Someone who can kind of stand up to everything. Hell, demons be damned. You know, that's how you armor tank. This guy, he does it. He would do a lot better in that situation. Warframe's a good shooter for someone who doesn't care about shooters. There's that, yeah. There is that. Like, if you don't want to have to focus too much on your shooting, Warframe accommodates that. Destiny on a Variety Friday? Not happening. No, I don't. That's not on the list whatsoever when it comes to Variety Friday, for a reason. Okay, now we got those couple requests out of the way. What I'd like to do is go through these Steel Path incursions. Sorry, excuse me. Food's been arguing with me today. Anyway, that's what bad sleep does to you. I'd like to go through these Steel Path incursions. If you would like to join in on some Steel Path incursions, bring in whatever frame you do desire, send me a message in game. First 3 people will get the invites. Let me just close all the existing tabs. First 3 will be able to join in. Let's grab some Steel Essence, shall we? Let's grab some Steel Essence. Stream keeps chugging. Space Cadet, what do you mean by that? I have no idea what you mean by that. Emma, say hello again. You didn't come in the previous time, did you? No, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We'll bring in M8. An Arcwing incursion? It happens, yeah. It happens. A Vault Mania wants to join in. Can we not bring up the stupid powers on animation every time I mouse down to the chat window? That'd be great. Freezing and stuttering. Okay, well, are you the only one? Probably, because everything is registering green my side. Your internet sucks, sorry. That's your stitch. Let's bring in a Castel Crow. Alrighty then. And seeing as we're doing the Hildren Primax giveaway, let's bring in Hildren for these missions. Let's bring in Hildren. Hildren Prime? Yeah. I haven't finished forming up Hildren Prime, so the builds are not back up to where I had them in the video. They're only part way under construction, but they'll still work for now. They will still work. Your stream started a bit early. You turned it down from 1080p to 720 and it works fine. You turned it down from 1080? I'm not streaming at 1080, am I? I shouldn't be streaming at 1080. I didn't think I was streaming at 1080. Apparently that source is 1080. That'll be why it's struggling then. Thank you, OBS, for changing the settings at some point. I don't know when. Okay. Yep, that's a good one. That'll be why then. That is pushing the absolute limit of my upload speed. Okay, sorry about that, chat. So if there are any issues there, it's just my upload speed is limited. Welcome to the UK. The UK has incredible access to download speeds, mostly, but upload speeds kind of suck throughout the UK, unless you're in London. What kind of engineer am I in daily life? I'm not. I'm a engineer. I know they sound similar. And you might say, well, come on, if you're not actually an engineer, why do you have those letters in your name? I'm actually a engineer. That is my full-time job, the engineer. Alright, we got our squad together. Let's get cracking on. We'll start with the one at the top and just take him from there. I don't even know what kind of mission this is. It is a spy mission. Oh, right. Yes, that is exactly what you should bring Hildren to. Excellent. Yes, that is a good match. Totes. For all we know, are you even called Ken? I am called Ken, yes. There's something I've done with usernames throughout my forest through internet games and whatnot. It's to always have Ken in there somewhere, so people end up just referring to me as Ken, and that makes it so much easier. Rather than trying to remember what pseudonym am I using now. I'm just Ken. I'm just Ken. Ah, yes, of course. Infested. That is what I expected to see on this ship. Why would I not see Infested on this Crossfire mission? How silly of me. Is he really trying to nullify the abilities of the Infested? I don't think that's going to work. I have a sneaking suspicion that turning off Infested abilities isn't going to go anywhere. I might be wrong on that, but you know, just an idea. Crossfire Spire is a bit of a weird mission. It's like, oh yeah, there's an infested outbreak, but the corpus aren't deleting their data yet, despite the fact that the infested are literally... Ooh, dear. Oh, that works. Are literally breaking in. Did someone just spawn next to me? Someone just spawned right next to me. I'll just burn through that, don't mind me. Pop in around the side here. New lore infestabilities use void magic? Doubt on that. Doubt. I don't think the entire infestation made an agreement with you-know-who. Did one teammate leave already? No, they just haven't connected. That's the one who joined in whilst I was in the vault. Some people have even worse internet than I do. The more you know. Yeah, my internet's upload speed is just enough to handle streaming. At least at the level I stream at. Which means that when it comes to uploading videos, it actually takes a couple hours to upload a typical video for me. A couple hours. And yet you can watch it and stream it, no problem. That's how long it takes me to upload the work that I do. But it's fine. It's not like I'm putting out a video every single day, so we survive it. We make do. That just looks like gone fun. So I'm just going to shoot him from here until he stops moving. There we go. Whoever's doing that vault, there we go. I was wondering if they're going to get it. They got it. The average person uses way more download than upload. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just that pretty much every reliable and useful internet company in the UK doesn't provide an option to actually have significant upload to go with your significant download. If you want more upload, you have to get exorbitantly more download than you need. Or it's just not even available, which is ridiculous. What do blue coloured damage numbers mean? It means you're dealing damage to shields. That's all that means. You're dealing damage to shields. Interestingly enough, you can't actually see what tier of crit you're landing against shields because of that, as you only see crit tiers, the yellow, orange, and red damage, if you're hitting health. It just doesn't show up when you're doing it to shields. Purple crit? Purple crit isn't a thing. Purple damage is damage to overshields, which either pops up against very special enemies, or if your host is slightly laggy. That's all. Dactac saying, just found out Spectre unit spawner gives you friendly Xmas. Was that always a thing? What, you mean the Spectres you get from the Syndicates? They were always Xmas units. Always. Now these bits you can get here, these charge Spectres, as you see, says deploy a charger Xmas. They were always giving you Xmas units. At least as long as I can remember. Right then, what is the next incursion we have got? Multiple times I've dodged interceptions today. The game insists. Fine, we'll do an interception mission. I won't be happy about it. It's not my favourite type. It's actually probably my least favourite type. Maybe defection wins out, but no. Void Armageddon, that's my least favourite. Void Armageddon's the bottom, then interception and defection take joint second worst. I know some people really like Void Armageddon, I don't. Infested Salvage? Infested Salvage is up there for bad, but interception actually just annoys me more. It just annoys me more. Aegis Storm holds down interception point pretty well. It does until an Xmas unit turns up, and then you get shot, and now you have no shields, and everything goes wrong forever. It's not exactly an ideal situation. Hey, I hope no one in the group here is shield tanking, because I'm giving you extra shields now. I'm gonna cape. No. He managed to get out of the aura. Smartest Grineer you have ever seen. He managed to physically dodge the aura from Hildren. This one, however, did not. Disruption is just spicier survival. Kinda. It's the fact that it's got a form of mini-bosses or field bosses adding to the flow of it all, that you are wanting to kill units, but you can also target your kills towards heavy units to get the keys. There's a little bit of mid-round tactics you can do. Disruption has quite a bit going on for it. Disruption does have quite a bit going on for it. Whereas survival is just survival. Cora trivializes interception? Oh, absolutely, yeah. When I was doing the Steel Path for the first time solo, going around it all, Cora was my go-to when it came to interception, because she can lock down 2 entire points, except for the occasional Xmas unit, and has the DPS to shred everything anyway. Yeah, if anyone is struggling with Steel Path interception, you don't want to do it not solo, you don't want to be carried, Cora. Cora. She is just obscenely good at it. Vorpal is another good one, but I just find Cora is just stronger. And Might is right when it comes to Steel Path, so yeah. Use Zephyr? Zephyr can work, yeah. Using Carrier Form is moot. I don't actually use Carrier for the ammo case. I've not got it equipped as far as I remember. I use Carrier because it pops crates and I like loot. I am a loot goblin. My carrier is primarily focused on grabbing the loot. It's also a very tanky sentinel as far as sentinels go. So it stays alive, but mostly it's the loot bit. It's just the loot. I mean, it's just as silly that I'm using it with a recharging, what's it, kit gun as well, you know? And then, obviously my third ranged weapon is my melee weapon, which is infinite ammo as well. Nothing I'm using requires ammo. Don't forget the collection I taped to it. True, except I didn't, because I've defanged carrier because it was getting too many kills and stealing the spotlight. You'll find that very often I've actually taken the Verglass off my carrier simply because I wanted it to stop being so good. As weird as that sounds. Carrier Verglass is too good. Death Cube best boy? Nah. 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 I mean, it's alright at lower levels, but loot. Loot is what reduces the amount of farming you have to do when you don't want to do it. Loot is how I've ended up with all of the Entrati Lanthorns I ever need. Yeah, people are like, I never see an Entrati Lanthorn, how are you supposed to farm so many? I'm just like, just loot. Loot the missions. That easy. Get loot, win. This is a looter shooter. I have the companion that does the loot, and I have the frame that does the shoot. It works. I didn't mean to press that button, I'll be quite honest with you. I wanted this one. I can do that. Yeet! That is what this gun is good for. Just yeet. That it also kills them in the process is beneficial, but mostly it's for the yeet. I'm also done with that alarm going off now, thanks. The yeet horseshoe. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know what'll be a good video? All-in-one for farming locations. All-in-one videos for things like that actually are not a good idea. Because if you see, oh, here is how to farm every single resource in the game pop up on your feed, you're probably like, I do not want to be sitting through that. And someone looking for a specific answer would gloss over the guide that covers everything for the guide that covers the specific thing they're looking for. So it's actually a bad idea to do such an Omega all-in-one. It really is. Yeah. Ray, say, I hope it made you chuckle with my recent subscription notice. You did, Ray. I don't know if did you miss that? Did you miss the response to your own resub? Surely not. Ooh, Misery just lost everything. Melee. Melee strong. Misery resists my shots. So, oh, ow. Are we down or busy? There we are. And now back to our regularly scheduled getting knocked down by another Xmas unit, yes. How many times is he going to cast that? Crikey. It just kept on casting. How about a video that just shows many different things you can farm at once? Again, I don't see how that would be helpful to people. I didn't finish neutralizing this, my bad. As I don't just do videos on a random whim. I do pick the videos that are going to be helpful to people in a way that they can actually find it helpful. I don't want you looking at a video and going, why would I watch this? Or just an exasperated sigh thinking, I don't want to go through that. It just doesn't help anyone to do that kind of thing. And believe me, I've tried. It doesn't work. As I'm saying, Dwarf Voice, what's the difference between rock and stone? Rock has a definition, stone does not. That is overly simplifying it, but specifically rock has a geological definition. Stone is just a colloquial term. It's a layman's term. Stone isn't really a geological term that's used. Because like you could argue that stone is a naturally occurring rock-like substance, but that's just rock. So there isn't really a thing for it. Stone is just stone. Does anyone know if they're going to put a plat sale on for the anniversary? If they have announced it, I don't know of any announcement. You have to check with DE on what DE's plans are. Or coming in with Slayer's fire joke, fair to fair. I catch it, I catch it. The oddly smooth stone. Let's grab some loot. I could go help with C, but they probably have it under control. I say they, there is no one here. Oh wait, no, yeah there is. So, yeah, they got it under control, I can leave. And just shoot all the XMI instead. That guy just whipped around, he's like heading towards the ramp, suddenly decides, oh yeah, no, let's go again. Alright, we are nearing completion of this round. How long is it going to take to get D? Oh, hey, under threat. No, not allowed, thank you. My area. I can do it's a Deep Rock Galactic meme. I mean, I could tell that Zon was going for more than just a meme there. I know about the Rocket Zone being a DRG thing. Believe you me, that has been done to death on this channel ever since people found out I did geology at uni. That has been done to absolute death. As have these enemies. We're finally getting through this interception. Finally. Also, I see your Yo DJ there. I'll grab that when we're not in the mission. We are just about done. Yeah, we are done. Excellent. Very, very nice.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Ta-da!
Purpose.
When is Warframe going to come out with endorsed slurs like split lips? What, you mean like no marks? How about that one? It also sounds absolutely terrible, so why would anyone want to adopt that? But yeah, Cavallero literally has that over on the Zaraman. Vat Rats, that's another one. Yep, we get that from, let's see, the Entrati. Tin Suit, I don't know if that's used as a slur. 19%? That's not from Warframe, is it? Glinty. Glinty is also not used as a slur. I don't think you are quite understanding the meaning of slur here. There's a couple of you not really landing it. Ductile was saying, what topics can you talk about with a lot of confidence to teach people? I can cover you on things from environmental stability, both in a humanitarian sense and in a long-term sense, you know, talking geological scales. We've done a fair amount of study on that. I can cover you in practical mathematics, statistics. Obviously, I can teach you more than a little bit about content creation. I can teach you about forgetting to deal with your sit, because I just noticed that is there. Let me fix that real quick. Remove this, thank you. I can cover a variety of different topics at length.
Operator, no! Have you lost your
Slur and slang are different things? Correct, Raptor, yes. Slurs are bad things, slangs are not. Gravemind. Yeah, I named my Helminth Gravemind. It seems to fit to me. You know, the parallels are very evident. Very, very evident. So, I figured why not lean into it. Ray wanted to switch to some instrumental rock in the background. Sure, let me just get that playlist up and running. There we go. Also, difference between an insult and a slur? Yes. Absolutely. Alright, we don't need to change loadouts because I'm refusing to do that whilst we do the incursions. Next up, Exterminate. Oh, good. Nice proper standard one. Although it is infested, so I might die. It's fine. We'll handle. We'll handle. Do I have the augment on? I do not. Excellent. Let's just go with it. Blazing Village? Yeah, that's the one. I did not equip it in time. It's fine. Levent, you've already got yourself a ticket. If the bot tells you 2 minutes, you've already got one.
Their focus impressive. Give them
Oh, it's just Crossfire.
warrior's death.
I thought this was infested, not Crossfire. Never mind. I do have something to heal off of. This is wonderful. Everything is fine. I will just sap all of the enemy's armor. I will turn that into my shields. That is how Hildren go. Easy peasy. And the Fullman just slaps everything at that point. When he's got no armor left, tap, dead. Veneer, infested. Doesn't matter. Tap, dead. We can head out this way. That calls us betrayers. That, again, is not a slur. Calling someone a betrayer is not a slur. I don't know why we've ended up on this discussion of slurs. And I'll be honest, I don't understand how so many of you don't seem to quite understand what a slur is. That is quite concerning, and I highly recommend you head over to Google and educate yourselves. That is it's an important matter. That is an important matter. Have we gone back on ourselves? Yes, I have. God damn it. That one enemy tricking me. Dang it, random lagging enemy that never got killed. Oh, its waypoint's also breaking. Wonderful. No, Minosh. Mayonnaise is not a slur. Normally. I mean, now we said that, someone might turn it into a slur. God damn it. Does someone leave their frame behind? Okay then. Warframe wouldn't be Warframe if the waypoints worked. True. Just like Warframe wouldn't be Warframe if Eurali worked. Did I just get... Wow. Best knockdown yeet we've seen yet. Actually threw me off the map. Good job. I've been away from the fight for so long, my Fullman has actually lost most of its damage. God damn it. That is the biggest downside of the whole stacking up crucial buffs on your weapons, like multi-shot and damage, is that if you do go out of the fight for some reason, then actually getting back into it can become a right pain in the ass. I get that there's a trade-off to be created in choosing Merciless over Deadhead and whatnot, but it just feels goof at times.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Heard in the dev stream, they considered bringing back self-damage. Somewhere out there, Chromamain is very happy. Depends on how they implement it. I wouldn't put it past DE to do it in such a way that Chromamains end up unhappy, but hey, we'll just have to see, won't we? We'll just have to see. Have they said if affinity boosters will work with the intrinsics for Dubure? We have no idea on that, Verdant. No. We'll just have to see as and when the game mode actually launches. Question, how specific can we be with the YoDJs? You can be as specific as it says you can be on YoDJ. That is why I wrote what you can say with YoDJ Outlaw, because you can do what it says on there only. It specifically says change the background music. Choices are, not suggestions, choices are EDM, lo-fi, synth, ambient, rock, which is vocal or instrumental, in-game or off. Those are your picks. And you just redeemed O. You Muppet. How did... God damn it, Idle Outlaw. Let me send you the points back on that, you Muppet. You Muppet. You're having a day. You are indeed having a day. Alright, let's go do this Arcwing Mobile Defense. Am I on the right weaponry? Yikes. Quick, check. Is it? Maybe? Morsey, Amisha? That'll do. Okay, we're fine. It's all good. It'll be good. Mr. Time and Lens, don't blow yourself up minigame. Yeah. There was a time where, you know, you had to be careful with the AoE weapons, and it was a thing.
Foes deserve your respect.
Which often led to people just using immortal frames and not caring in the slightest.
With your victory.
So, I don't know. I like to use the Amisha for Arcwing content, because then if anything does try to shoot back at me, it just doesn't work. I know there are other abilities than Amisha's one, but Amisha's one just kind of does everything I need it to do. This is looter, shooter. So long as I get loot and so long as I can shoot, I'm good. I'm good. Very Queen, thank you very much for the good vibes through, suggesting we'll have a great day, or glorious day in my case. I think I was making up for the accidental switcheroo last time. I remember, Brother Queen, I remember. There are rocks in the way, I can't shoot that. I love how this is mobile defense, and I'm basically just sat here cosplaying as a turret. Yatta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yatta-ta-ta. Yatta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Misha's the only arcing to you? I mean, that's absolutely valid. That is absolutely valid. Itself has its place as well, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty much Amisha, and then not as good as Amisha. And that's it. Do I have a video about Arcwing? I don't think I do, no. Mostly because Arcwing content is getting you from A to B in the open world, or getting you from A to B in Railjack. Use Amisha, win.
Find the next satellite.
That is Arcwing for you. Use Amisha, win.
It will take time to extract.
If Amisha does not win, it was not Amisha's fault that you did not win. That's pretty much the long, short, and entirely of it. They've all got shields in the way. I will shoot the ones which don't have shields in the way. Because I don't need to navigate around the shields. They're not actually a threat. I'm just shooting them so they don't get all up in my face. It sounds good for open world yeet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the loot scooping with Cosmic Crush. So you got Amisha if you don't want to die. Itzel if you want utility. The others exist. Oh dear, that was right. The others exist. Porous Fin, they could introduce all kinds of things. Damage attenuation, damage limitation, damage gating. Damage could be percentage based instead, and that percent could be tied to the weapon. It could be a variable, it could be a fixed amount. We don't know. Self-damage is currently everyone's dream or boogeyman, because it doesn't exist. So everyone can imagine any scenario they like and discuss or argue about that imagined scenario, and it means absolutely nothing. It truly means absolutely nothing, because self-damage is not a thing. Even talking about self-damage as it was can only be done in a historical context because it doesn't exist now. That's the thing of discussing what could exist. You can come up with anything.
I have the data. Move on to the next target.
Just like I came up with 26 small changes for half of all Warframes. Technically, I could come up with anything. I tried to come up with stuff that seemed reasonable, interesting, and still small, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's basically fanfic. Coming up with what doesn't exist, but hey, wouldn't we the fans like it? Also, apparently Idle Outlaw no longer wants to be part of the stream. We can facilitate that. They've requested to be timed out for over half an hour, and now they are timed out for over half an hour. We'll catch you later. Go grab yourself a cup of tea or something. When you come back from the void, make sure you bring cookies with you, Idle, by the way. We'd like some cookies here in the chat. The ones that Twitch hands out taste a little bit funny. J-Rock said at one point they said they put a limit on the self-damage. Like you hurt yourself, take down your own shield gate, damage your health, but not unalive yourself. Yeah, D did show one of the possible ways they may choose to implement it. They were demonstrating that we are looking at the tech. It is an ongoing conversation. Here is an option we may use. But all of that was enshrined in the heavy lifting being done by the word may. So it again comes down to basically nothing. We can discuss that individual implementation, but even that implementation did not have full information. For example, would it scale the damage based on the modded damage or the base damage? Would it be different per weapon, or is it just going to go ham on you? Is it going to mean that Warframes with a higher tank take more damage than Warframes with a lower tank, paradoxically? Is it going to continue scaling down if you are below maximum health and shields, or does it allow you to kill yourself when you're at said maximum health, below max health and shields? All of that information was not included. They basically gave about as much information in it as they did about Soulframe. Not a lot, just enough to make a conversation. That's why I don't delve too much into the topic of self-damage and what could be, or anything about what could be is too much in this game, because it could really be anything. You have no idea what is going to be in Warframe until a week after it's released, and even then it may still change. So you go with that. Am I looking forward to Soulframe? With how little I know about it, it's hard to really look forward to it. It's like looking forward to the year 2040. I don't know what's going to go on then. All I know is it's going to be in the future. It's kind of hard to be excited about something I know nothing about. And we do know basically nothing about Soulframe. It is so early that it's impossible to really say much. Eddie is wanting us to switch over to a little bit of ambient for a bit. We're changing down the vibe. Sure. There we are. We'll bring out that playlist. Do I think it was good if the community speculates dreams and fears? That is an incomplete question. That is an incomplete question, because one person's speculation is another person's conspiracy theory. Bringing about dreams and fears in a constructive way is helpful. Bringing about dreams and fears in a fanfic and destructive way, not helpful. It's all in the nuance of it. Now, someone says, oh, I would like it if... And it turns out they're about to say, I would like it if Steel Path incursions were repeatable, so you could just do them in and out. If you just ran that same mission, you kept getting 5 Steel Essence every time you run it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? That would completely break the Steel Essence economy. No, let's not do that. But then you get others who might say, well, it would be nice if Steel Path incursions guaranteed an Acolyte would spawn by the time you completed the main objective. And that one you might get on board with. Is cosmic background radiation noise a valid thing for ambient music? It is not, no. People sound alarms over speculation all the time? Absolutely, yes. People will take something such as self-damage and assume that the entire world is coming to an end. The AoE weapons will be nerfed into the ground. People hear self-damage, some people hear self-damage and go, that's it. D just wants to remove all fun. If you're not killing one enemy per minute, then you just might as well give up. It's like, would you please shut up? Thankfully, these people are mostly found on Reddit, so if you just don't open Reddit, your life is a lot better. Pretty much comes down to that. Alright, let's crack open some Spy Vault, shall we? Once again with Hildren. We started with Hildren, we're ending with Hildren on Spy. It just makes sense. And that's the alarms. Also, also Twitter. I don't use Twitter a lot. I do not use Twitter a lot. You can reach me on Twitter, and I will post on Twitter from time to time, but I follow all about, like, 20 accounts, maybe? If that? Because, yeah. I ain't got no reason to. If I just pop this on, that'll kill the camera. There we go. That is how you stealth frame. Activate ability, camera deletus. That was smart. Notes. Now we're going to just drop down here and drop down here. Whoop. Well, that is a full grid. How much? Oh dear. Okay, that one's a bit of a challenge. There we go. And then this one, I want to grab it in the center. Hey, nailed it. Just use gloom. Why would I use gloom right now? I'm using a shield-based frame in a stealth mission. Why would I use gloom? First time you actually catch my stream live? Well, you have chosen the right time to catch it for the first time, Dark Nazca. Make sure you type in ! ticket to get yourself a chance to win it when it comes to Hildren Prime Access. Unless you don't want it, in which case don't do that. And this is the point where chat is now going to fill up with a bunch of people claiming tickets because they all just realised, oh wait, I didn't do that yet. Or forgot that they already did it in the case of Georgie Vovk. I assume Vaultmania is in the process of doing B, and 2 have been hacked, so I don't need to help them. I can just leave them to it, but we can go observe. Okay, let's get rid of the drone first. Now we get rid of the guy. There we are. Let's see, how are they doing in here? Let's watch them on the map. They are on the far side. Oh, no, they're coming into the vault. Are they? Maybe? I can't actually see their name. Ah, for some reason their name is missing. But I can see that they are there. They have reached the vault. They're about to finish cracking it. It is all good. It is all good. Hello, Equinox. Well, Equinox, I should say. LTK, I watched a lot of your YouTube videos recently. Great work, it helps a lot. You're very welcome, my dude. I'm glad you enjoy the videos and have come in to the Twitch stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here just as much as you do on the YouTube channel. Oh, I love that. Instant full shields right there. Beautiful. Remember to shout rigged if you win the giveaway? Of course, yeah. Remember to shout rigged if you don't win the giveaway. Everyone does that. You've always got to claim it's rigged. That way, everyone knows that you are another funny person. Because what is not the peak of comedy if not shouting rigged when you don't win a giveaway? It's like saying hacker if someone kills you in a competitive game. If you don't do it, are you truly funny? Why is there just a drone chilling here? We don't want this. There we go, it's gone. I saved your lives, guys. I saved your lives. You're welcome. Truly the hero everyone needed. Children, Darth Plagius? No, please don't. No, no. Don't start people on bad jokes. We have rules against them for a very good reason, Darth Plagius. I come out with enough bad jokes as it is. We don't need chat filled with them. Please, no. Please, no. He's vibing and I killed him? Yep. I am a child soldier piloting a Warframe. What did you expect? Children are vicious. We know this. Once we're open to which we get rid of all higher brain functions, there's that too, yes. Right now everyone wants a prime gym mommy. Not unreasonable. Just a reminder, you can't win if you're banned from the channel, so maybe don't let that happen. Not saying that to anyone in particular, just a general reminder, you know. It's hard to claim a ticket if you're timed out. If all people were like me, would never gotten Clem. Good thing that not all people are like me, you know? If all people were like me, then my channel just wouldn't exist. And if my channel didn't exist, then we might have still ended up with Clem because we wouldn't have had all people like me not leading to it. I don't know. Besides, Clem is an emote on this channel, so praise Clem. Children aren't evil, it's just what being short does to you. What? Short does not mean evil. I don't know where you got that one from, Ladybug. That is a weird claim. We've got all the Steel Path incursions out of the way now. So, M8, Castle Crow, Vaultmania, and enjoy your extra steel essence. We'll go and smash that all apart for you. At this stage, now I had intended to have the Carl mission along with the ride here, but that has obviously already been done. We're not double backing on that one. If the short evil is just more concentrated, but so is the good, so that doesn't work out. Reading Compul saying, I'm short, I'm evil. Well, I mean, that's just you, isn't it? That's just you. If you're evil, that's you. If anything, you might be tall and evil, but trying to throw people off, because we don't actually know that you are short, Reading Comp. So maybe you are in fact tall and evil, trying to make people turn on short people because you're evil. Eh. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Short does not mean evil. I've not met your wife. Oh, come on now. Come on. Do we really need to stoop to such boomer humor? I thought we were better than this. I said no bad jokes on the channel. Come off it. Alright, let's get diving into these gifts of loads, because I've been putting these off. I mean, I don't really need another novel statue, but I could use the Aura Reformer. I could use the Aura Reformer. So let's just crack these real quickly. Let's crack these real quick. If 5'1", do not question you. I will question you. You don't get to tell me not to question you. I question things. I'm a engineer. You can never have too many noggles. I would doubt that fact being true. I would doubt that. I think there is such a thing as too many noggles. Just like there is such a thing as too many domestic drones. It was actually lagging the stream. There's a Reformer? No, it's Aura Former. Aura. Very different thing. Castle Crow dipping out. That's fair enough. If anyone does want to join in on the Gifts of Lotus, by the way, send me a message in game at the Engineer. We've now got at least a spot available. You're welcome to join in. Voltmania is having a good old think. Gotta choose exactly the right gear when it comes to this level 10 to 15 Corpus mission. Can't risk this going wrong. Oh, and I've accidentally dragged my chat window. Please go back to where you're supposed to be. May I join? You may indeed, Flo. Come on in. You should be able to still load in, I assume. I didn't set it to public, did I? There we go. Flo's joined in. Perfect. What's the smell of Grendel's breath? Mint. Grendel likes mint. The proof is there is a common saying of gentle giant, but no such saying for kind short people. Well, that's because giants are typically considered to be large, brutish, and heavy-handed. I mean, they are giant after all. So a gentle giant is something that needs to be called out. That saying exists to point out something unusual. It needs its own term to distinguish from the norm. Whereas short people do not have such distinguished terms because they don't need it. Because short does not equate evil. Thank you. Do we need to worry about host thieves today? We always need to worry about host thieves. Until such a time as DE changes that fact, we always need to worry about host thieves. One good thing about this level, and I don't mean this mission, I mean the level that we are playing at, is that Hildren can just activate Haven and walk into enemies. Which is kind of hilariously broken, but it's low-level missions. Everything's broken at low level. This is where abilities really shine for damage. At the level when every bit of damage is enough. You just wander through them and they pop. It's grand. And as a result, we can just activate all of the conduits as we please. What are they going to do? Die? Die. Low-cost Hildren nuke? Pretty much. I mean, it's not so much a nuke as more of a plague. Just passing through the ranks, killing them by mere proximity. Make sure you social distance from Hildren if you are a level 10 Corpus unit, or you will vanish. Do I have an exploiter orb video on YouTube? I do not. Any quick tips for someone who has never done it? Bring a friend. Bring a way to get rid of cold procs, and preferably bring a weapon with unlimited ammo that you can use at a distance. So your melee weapon is not going to be enough in itself. But yeah, you want to be able to block or remove cold procs because you'll end up with a lot of them. It just makes your life a misery. And you're going to be shooting at targeted spots. Don't worry about shooting the canisters. I've not found it actually necessary to shoot the canisters, so you don't need to do that whole BS. Just throw them properly. You'll see what I mean when you do the fight. But bringing a friend is highly advised. Because a problem shared is a problem halved. I think the Demolisher's this way. It is. And now it isn't. Easy. What's the range of my 3? Good question. Let's see. What is the range of my 3 at the moment? It is 19.5 meters. which is pretty neat. Radius of 19.5 meters. That's a little bit more than the recommended social distancing distance when it came to the plague that swept through the world, but, well. What the hell was that? Okay. Just discovered you have a Twitch channel? Love the content, best Warframe channel you've ever seen. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Welcome into the Twitch channel, by the way. I really do need to advertise it more, it seems. I get that kind of message almost every single time I stream. So I was like, oh, I never knew you streamed on Twitch. I'm like, Evidently, I've been a little bit quiet about this. I will fix that. But welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay here just as much as you did over on YouTube. I'm standing on a gas vent? Ah, that'll do it then. That'll do it. Is there another key right here? Oh, there is. Oh. How convenient. That was terrible, I'm sorry. That was a really terrible pun. Very close to Trinity Link base range? Yeah, fair enough. One down. Someone found that demolisher and just marmalized them, which works for me. Do you hear Uwu and Grendel uses Nourish? I mean, that was the intended sound, I'm sure. There is no way D did not intend to make Grendel Uwu. Ah, bad guy. Dead bad guy. Excellent. We got the enemy damage resistance, but that's over on the other side, so I'm going to guess that the entire other side of the squad can handle it. Made it in time? Yep, you did. Absolutely, Sonic. In fact, stream's only halfway through, so you definitely made it in time. Let's grab this key and take it over, shall we, please? Thank you. This is the last conduit for this Gifted Lotus. You played with me some days ago. Was that over in Sanctuary Onslaught, Elite Sanctuary Onslaught? I forget which one I was in at the time. I think it was normal Sanctuary Onslaught. Was that the one, Lazem? I hope I'm remembering correctly there. Oh, and Toxic wants there to be no music. Alright. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Just shoot that guy as he goes past. Now we'll cancel the music. There we are. Oh, it was a Fisher's Run. My bad, my bad. Alright, I do play a fair amount of this game, which means I do bump into quite a few people. My mistake on that, sorry. Either that or someone with a very similar name to you who was doing some Sanctuary Onslaught the other day. Party people. Well, I mean, if you want music back on Z-Train, you can turn it on when you get the option. There is a small cooldown on it to stop people fighting over Yo DJ. Wish you had better visual indicators for disruption. Yeah, I would like to see significant improvements in that regard. The way I see it, or hear it, the way I see it is that if you're supposed to be able to hear the Demolisher, then there should be an equally visible visual indicator that you're supposed to be able to see. So if it's supposed to be muffled in everything that's going on, then a small hint on the screen is understandable. If it's at the point where you should definitely be able to hear it, if you've got a reasonable audio setup, then you should definitely be able to see where the Demolisher is coming from as well. That's the way I see it. So, some kind of indicator that's scaled with how loud the Demolisher beep is trying to be on your screen.
Check your inbox.
That would make sense to me.
Maybe Ordis will get a message someday.
What's my favourite primary weapon? I mean, the Fulmin is my go-to. I have used the Fulmin far more than anything else. Look at that. 48.4% usage on the Fulmin. 48.4% usage. That is higher than the Glaive Prime. Well higher than Lavos. It is higher even than Amisha. This is a staggering amount of usage on this weapon here. It's my go-to. I know it's out of stock. That's because Dark Nazca recently redeemed it. Oh. Cheers on that, Dark Nazca. I did miss that one. Alright, Cafe Filter has requested Garuda Gloom if you do a mission that's good for her. I mean, Garuda Gloom is kind of just a thing. Do I even have Garuda Gloom? I don't think you really need it. I'm a Lavos main? I am a Lavos main, yes. Do I have a Garuda Gloom? Oh. Warframe. Okay, happy concerned. I thought everything just seized up there forever. Wow, what is that? I do not seem to have a Gloomuda going around. Garuma? Gloomuda? Gloomda? Gloomda. Let's go Gloomda. In any case, I don't have it. I'll be honest, Garuda doesn't need it. Garuda doesn't need Gloom. Garuda can generate health already through the Blood Altar. Garuda doesn't really have to worry too much about enemies just kind of moving around because, well, you can just block the shots anyway, you can shred them with Seeking Talons and they're dead. How much control do you need? How much lifesteal do you need? Eddie, cheers on the hydrate. Gagloomda? I don't like the idea of Gagloomda, that just... Gagloomda. Sounds like you're trying to say something else, and I don't know where we're going with that one, but it just feels wrong. As does having no music on. There's one redeem music, please. I don't like having the ODJ set too often. I feel rude if I change it just on my own. Blood Altar locks you in place. There is that to it, yeah. Gloom does allow you to keep moving around. There is that. Racing, by the way, small plug, check Ken turning Garuda into D&D 5e monster over on Ken's extras, and check out his demo project on Discord. And Ray's just linked the extras channel and demo over on Discord. Well, thank you, Ray. Appreciate the not so subtle plug on that. DJ's on cooldown? Darn, we'll just have to wait then, won't we? We'll just have to wait on that. Let's see, what build can I bastardize? Well, this build isn't a build, so let's copy over. Let's create a potential gloomy build here. Growing power is a nice good start. Let's shrink down the range. So we'll go for narrow-minded to drop the range. And get a load of duration. I'm dropping down the range because I don't care about the crowd control. I'm going for the lifesteal approach on the Gloom here. And this makes it cheaper to run. How do you request music? By clicking the Yo DJ option on the blue spanner icon at the bottom of your chat window. You can see there's a whole bunch of options you can select there beyond just Yo DJ as well. The more you watch, the more spanners you get, and the more options you can redeem. Is there any way to speed up Void Armageddon? Not really, no. Kill the enemies quick enough, that's about it. Let's get some strength in here. Let's get some strength. Blind Rage. And Fortitude, it's a load of healing. Do we really need it? Zom has requested some music. Finally, the silence will be broken. Phew! The silence is broken. Okay, this is inefficient at the moment. This is a terrible range. That's kind of how we're going on this one. For duration and strength, it should be okay. I mean, we can generate energy, so efficiency shouldn't be a problem. With this then, is we're going to be healing. Adaptation to make that healing more worthwhile? Maybe. Seems like half of an idea. What's ambient in the DJ options? Ambient music. Ambient is a genre. Estadel, you get the last sip of tea. Cheers. Cheers indeed on that. What else are we doing on this Garuda? Augments I want to consider. Blame Talons, Dreadward, Bloodforge. Come on, Cannibal for 4 seconds. When Dread Mirror kills a target ripped by ripping its life force. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. So, maybe I should just go for more range and efficiency after all. Get the crowd control whilst we're at it. To do that, I could go for Fleeting Expertise to bring up the efficiency. Duration is now flat. We can bring in some range mods. Like so. Rolling Guard. Just for making sure we're definitely okay on the defense here. I need to bring in Gloom. Put it over Blood Altar. And the efficiency has been neutralized, so it should be okay. We can go for Avenger to get the crits when we're taking the hits that we're glooming against in the first place. And Consequence because mobility is fun. Let's give that a whirl. What's my recommended setup for endgame content on Lavos? If you check out even my Lavos guide, although the Lavos guide, the build on that one is slightly out of date because D went and changed the efficiency effectiveness on him quite significantly, both in a hotfix and also with the release of his augment. So it's actually in the augments video, which Ray has just linked for you. If you check out the augments video for Lavos, the build I used in that video is the build that I use for Lavos, and it just works. It really just works. I'm really not a fan of Gloom. It's a boring ability to me, and it's overstated, but it is effective. So let's bring it in. Let's bring in the Gloomage. And with this, to make sure that the build's actually working and not getting carried, I am going to drop squad here before we go into Steel Path mission. So M8, Vault Mania, and Phone Thoughts, thank you very much for joining in on those missions. Wait, actually wait, no, wait, before I get rid of you. Oh, we still have another Gift of Lotus, I'm sorry. We'll do the Gift of Lotus, then I'll run this properly. Yeah, let's do that first, my bad. Do this first, then we'll do a solo Garuda. Yeah, that seems a fair way of doing that. Drain on that one, 0.64 to 6.39. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. You can use a good damage build for Steel Path, just unlocks earlier, any preferred frame. You probably actually want to have a defensive build first. And once you got enough defense to actually survive the missions, then you can look into the ways you can buff up your damage. Why not silence? Are you talking about why am I using not silence on this Garuda? That's because someone specifically requested we use Gloom Garuda using the pick a frame option. That's why. What does get 35 do? Click it, read it. Don't submit it until you've read it. If you submit it without reading it, you get 19%ed as well. Yeah, if you click options, they tell you what they do. I'd like to say it's pretty explicit, so if you can't understand it, let me know. I'll update my assessment of you. The defense mission is so dark you can't see anything. It is very dark in this mission, yes. But it does allow us to just kind of be the vampire in the night that just kills things however we damn well please, really. Speaking of 2035, you wonder how Idle Outlaw is doing? Good question. I have no idea. Ooh, that was a hitch. Don't know what happened there. Computer definitely having a little bit of a struggle. I blame Microsoft. So I thought I had those guys in the reticle, but apparently that didn't hit. Should have brought Harrow, you didn't see the low level? Yeah, it's a really low level mission, this one. We didn't need to tank at all. We don't need to tank at all for this one. This is true anniversary, game used to be like this. I'll be honest, I'm fine with the game not being constantly just mostly black. Like, it doesn't make for a good viewing experience, and it also gets hard on the eyes. Having everything be just dark, and more dark. Yeah, I'm not here to play a horror game. This isn't a horror game at all, anyway. So, the black on black vibe doesn't really land. Question, is MR14 good enough to start completing the Steel Path shaft entirely? Oh yeah, absolutely. It comes down to the gear you have access to, and by the time you've reached MR8, you have access to the gear needed to handle the Steel Path. Higher gives you more options, but once you've reached MR8, you can access everything you need to handle the Steel Path just fine. Earlier than that, you can do it as well. Technically, you can do it as early as MR5. Technically, you can do it at MR0 if you really want to push the boat out there, but that's called buying things with Platinum. MR8 is where I'd say you're at the absolute minimum to be able to handle the Steel Path without being just carried everywhere. Naturally, what you can do with your Mastery rank is... well, what you can do with your gear is different to your Mastery rank. Very different. Well, these guys are invulnerable for some reason. Oh, that was a nice crunchy sound. That was a nice set of crunchy sounds. This game is horror when you fish in a dark cave in Old Valis and a spider jumps you. Okay, I mean, yeah, there is that, I guess. It's not really what I think of in horror. If you have Steel Path, you have Nataruk, you got what you need there. True, yeah, Nataruk, yeah. That didn't used to be a thing for accessing Steel Path, but obviously it has been for a while now, like over a year. Is it over a year or nearing a year? Something like that. Point is, yeah, Nataruk does a very good job on the Steel Path when appropriately modded. At that point, it's just a case of surviving Steel Path. For that, I recommend Rhino, Revenant, Nezha. Those are good starting points for survival. If you make the Nataruk silent, you can also look to use Ivara. If, again, you've got proper modding on Ivara. Take your pick. Lots of it works. Oh, it's April 27th for you, Mark. Oh, damn. So it's not quite been a year yet. Fair enough, fair enough. Is that someone's... A-lift def... Oh, is that a defense target? Oh, right. I hadn't even paid attention to our defense target this entire time. I was just here to kill. Lavos was your number one Steel Path frame. Yeah, Lavos is another good pick. Lavos has just such an innate tank, although without adaptation, he is a lot worse. Naturally, you can get access to adaptation without doing the Steel Path, so that works out. If you have not yet done arbitrations, do arbitrations first, get used to that difficulty, then go do the Steel Path. Is this not attacking without... Okay, I don't understand if Seeking Talents is supposed to be using line of sight or not at this point. But sometimes it isn't and sometimes it is, and that's confusing me. Line of sight in this game is so wonky. Yeah, adaptation is a ridiculously powerful mod. I know that I called out in a recent video that it's only about 75% damage reduction most missions rather than 90%. But 75% damage reduction is a lot. A lot. There is no getting around that. There are plenty of people who seem to act like either you have all the damage reduction in Warframe or you have none of it. The kinds of people who seem to believe that shield gating is the only way to survive without an immortality ability. That's just wrong. That is just absolutely and utterly incorrect. If you have someone telling you that you cannot health tank in Steel Path or cannot even shield tank in Steel Path, thank you, Daitai, for probably scaring the bejeebers out of a couple dozen people there. As I say, if someone's telling you can't shield a health tank on Steel Path, they are wrong. They are utterly and terribly wrong, and it just goes to show that they haven't actually tried. Or if they did a very bad job of it. You can health tank just fine, all the way up to level 200, further if you really try. You can shield tank just fine as well, so long as you have the right upgrades or right abilities to support it. Just like shield gate tanking needs that, just like invisibility tanking needs that, you need to have the right setup. It's semi-true on high level missions. Yeah, if you're going into a mission that's 600 plus, so you're going into missions where the scaling has gone absolutely bonkers, you've decided, hey, rather than play Warframe as it's designed, what if I just turn the slider up to 11 and see if things break? Well, yeah, of course things break then. I'm like saying, oh yeah, well the Foreman is a good weapon, but if you take off all the mods on the Foreman, it doesn't actually kill very many enemies. It's like, well, of course it's not going to kill then. If you just change the situation from anything sensible to just breaking the encounter mathematics, of course it's going to fail. But in the vast majority of circumstances, that's not going to be the case. 186 Xmas kills? I don't think I had 186 Xmas kills, not going to lie. During that 8-minute mission, I don't think I managed that many Xmas kills. I don't know why they even added these things. That's so silly. Let me just switch my mugs around. Got myself a brand new cup of tea now. Put that one to the side. We got the new one. A little bit behind, can I explain shield gating? Why are we starting a new mission here? Hello. Hello, we've already done that one. No, I'm going to drop the squad there. Can I explain shield gating? Zom, it might be shield gate. There you are. So, Z-Train, there is a full guide that Zom has just linked for you, so that is how to go through shield gating, how that process actually works. The very basic principle is that when you run out of shield hit points, for the next 1.3 seconds, you are invulnerable to any damage that would hit your shields. Toxin will still hurt you because Toxin does not hit shields. Everything else hits your shield gate and does nothing to you. It doesn't matter if you took 1,000,000 damage. You hit 0 shields for 1.3 seconds, no damage will hurt you. After that 1.3 seconds, you will then be vulnerable again. If you regenerate some shields but do not get to full, that shield protection when it hits 0 is only 0.3 seconds. But if you get your shields back up to full by any means whatsoever, then you get your 1.3 second invulnerability on reaching 0 shield hit points again. And so people will constantly allow themselves to get to 0 shields, full recharge, 0 shields, full recharge, 0 shields, full recharge, and never die. Unless Toxin happens. That's the basic of shield gating. How you go about using that, that's what I cover in that video. But yeah. There are a couple ways to get longer shield gates, but those are specific to things like Protean and Hildren. Pretty much it. I need to cough. Alrighty, so let's give this Gloomuda a proper rundown, shall we? Also, I just noticed Cosmo requested we switch to ambient again. We're really fighting over the music today, aren't we? So, Gloomuda, and with Gloomuda, let's bring out the Amprex, because I don't use the Amprex enough today. I use it a lot overall, but I haven't used it enough today. So let's bring out the Amprex. This is set up to handle armored units more than anything, but it'll be fine. Well, we're going to go against armored units if I can. Let's just close off all of these tabs. It's bad you forgot you requested that. It's only 5 minutes ago, Cosmo, but it's fine. We forgive you. Let's see. Where can we take this one to demo it? Could go through the sabotage. Yeah, let's do the sabotage one. Mix it up a bit. Just a random relic. Doesn't matter. I'm only bringing the relic in to just add in a little bit more variety in the enemy types to get steel essence out of running the mission and to bump up the enemy level just slightly as well. Is status duration necessary for Spore Laser? Necessary as in boost it? No. Necessary as in don't drop it to 0? Probably. The Spore Laser is great for direct damage, but if you wipe out your damage wipe out your status entirely, you miss out on the benefits it can bring you. Oh, I was halfway through murdering you. Don't become invulnerable. We are. So the idea behind Gloomuda is Gloom says enemies no longer threatening. That's the long and short of it. Just, yeah, we can heal through everything. They're not a threat. Yada, yada, yada. Quick little rolling guard there because I accidentally tapped the dash key. That was not tactical whatsoever. I'm just going to stab this guy. On top of Gloomuda, we could also still use Garuda's normal abilities and just kind of carve through stuff, you know? Now this is a slash build Amprex. I didn't need to do that because I can use Garuda's fourth, but it has the issue of wiping out Garuda's energy. Luckily, Gloom allows us to recover that very quickly through the health energy combo. You know, it's technically more casting if we wanted it. Well, not technically, actually more casting if we want it. Do you have a video of level cap with health shields and invisibility? I do not because I don't do level cap. I don't want to do level cap. I don't have a reason to do level cap. All level cap is bragging rights to say, I got to level cap. You do not get an award for getting to level cap. You do not get better rewards from the game itself. There is, aside from just sheer desire to do it, no reason to do it. So if you want to get to level cap, don't follow a guide to go to level cap. Earn it. Figure it out yourself, quite frankly. Or just ask another creator. Because if someone else tells you how to get to level cap and you just kind of activate the same 3 ability cycle they told you to do, congrats, you followed a recipe. That's pretty much it. You press the buttons on a microwave. Cool. I just don't care for it. You can get to level cap with Octavia by just basically twerking at the enemies. Job done. Well done. When did this shut off? Yeah, I don't really care for it. So I've not done videos on it. I know that those videos would be anticipated by some people on the channel, but it's just not part of the game that I intend to cover. I feel there is far more interesting stuff happening when the level scaling hasn't been dialed up to 20 billion. What the hell, I'm dialing up to 20 billion. Take out that guy, then all the others are a lot weaker. I can kill these as well. I don't know why I'm focused on killing them. This is a sabotage. I think I've demonstrated at this point that Garuda can handle her own with Gloom as the support. Yeah, let's just get the sabotage done now. I do have to help me out my companion here. My companion, every 30 seconds, is able to fully recharge my shields if they run out. And that is definitely a nice survival trait to have. Just get rid of that guy's face. You didn't expect this level of sass based on YouTube videos? It's not sass, it's just what I do and don't cover in this game. Oh, well, that was rude. You don't get it in the YouTube videos directly because I'm already covering what I intend to cover there. Let's please get rid of your overguard so I can now cast... Oh, I have no energy. That was why I couldn't cast it. There we are. I have energy again. Everything is awesome. You get to level cap with you ready? Yeah, you can get to level cap with every frame if you try hard enough. Actually, you don't even need to try particularly hard. You just need to cheese hard enough. Which is, again, why I don't really care or consider for it. There isn't really a way to get to level cap without some form of cheese. So, what's it really matter? And there's a lot of enemies up here. Yeah, let's just do this real quick. And then... boom. Anyone still alive? Oh, wow. Actually, there are. That's fine. That should keep them occupied long enough. Oop. Maybe not if I do the hack wrong. There we are. Let's pop all that because Glaive Prime's strong. You wait till that blood balls get thrown? Yeah. You always want to combo it with your 4th ability so that you get the extra slash DPS out of it as well, which wrecks armored units for obvious reasons. I would like a quick enemy to heal off of. Any takers? Any enemy want to be my blood food? Liz? That'll do. There we are. I am healed. You love level cap not because you like playing it, just because you like people arguing how it should be balanced. I mean, yeah, there's no point even trying to balance it. It's not supposed to be balanced. It's just level cap. It's not endgame. It was never designed to be endgame. It's just, oh, you stuck around in a mission where levels scale infinitely. Well, guess what? Levels scale infinitely. DE partly designed the drop rotations in account of that fact. Disruption is... oh dear, that's nullifier. Disruption is an edge case, but most endless modes give you A, B, C rotations so that you have no incentive to keep scaling up the mission to absurd levels. And with Disruption, you get to C rotation very quickly, so again, you don't actually have to keep going ridiculously long. To do what you want, really, but level cap is of zero interest to me. Quite frankly, zero interest. You can go level cap in arbitrations, keep getting C rotation rewards. You can keep going level cap in disruption, keep getting C rotation rewards, but yeah, do as you do. Oh hey, that finally came through. What did I get out of the relic? Oh, yeah, good question. What did I get out of the relic? I got Nidus Prime Systems. Huzzah! It's a common. But that's fine. It's just a throwaway relic. I have a bunch of them. I noticed the other day, for example, Equinox Prime. How long has Equinox Prime been vaulted for? I feel like Equinox Prime has been vaulted for quite some time. And yet, when I search for Equinox Prime, I mean, one of the relics, Equinox and Mesa in it, this shows you how old it is. It's Equinox Mesa. And I've got 41 of them. And then I've got Equinox Atlas Relic. I got 33. I've just got a whole bunch of these. Equinox of Resurgence? Yeah, but that's Resurgence. And I've not been buying the Equinox relics. So in terms of actual vaulting, they've just been away for a while. And yeah, I just have hundreds of Equinox relics lying around. So I don't care about some of the relics. As much as they may have older stuff in it, it turns out I just have them lying around. February 9, 2021? Well, there you are then. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Elijah asked us to switch on over to some EDM again. We are really fighting over the music today, chat. There we go. Let's switch that up there for you. And whilst we're at it, if you do want to grab yourselves a ticket for the upcoming Garuda Prime Access giveaway, we'll be drawing that in less than an hour. So make sure you have got yourselves a ticket to be in it with a chance to win it. What is a good way, in my opinion, of getting a plethora of gold mods? If you just need gold mods, period, you can either go down to the index, because that'll also give you a load of credits. I'm assuming you use them for transmutation, or you can go do Railjack. Because if I open up Railjack mods here, there we go, you'll notice you can pick up a lot of them. It actually drops a whole bunch in the higher tiers of Railjack. I've just got 1,000,000 credits worth of gold mods just sat here, or 15k endos worth. And there's some more further down here as well, but these aren't as common to get. These are your big ones right here. Did I say Garuda Prime Access? I meant Hildred. Yeah. Sorry. Look at it. Primes in my face. I'm sorry. My mistake. You'll forgive me. Or if you don't, then whatever. I don't care. We're at that point. If you're not used to someone making a slip up, meh. Hello, Zekriotic. Have I touched Diablo 4 yet? I have not. I have not played any Diablo game, ever. So I know nothing about it. You're trying to use for transmuting? There we are, Purple Wolf. I sussed out your goal perfectly. So yeah, for gold mod hunting, head on over to the index, because then you'll get your credits for transmutation, or head into Railjack, you'll also get credits there, and you'll get plenty of mods along the way. Plus, you'll get Railjack stuff. Railjack is a nice catch lots of things source of farming. It's good for endo, it's good for intrinsics, it's good for Railjack resources and non-Railjack resources. It's good for getting some relics all over the place, including relics you can't get in other places. You can even open up relics there as well. It's all over the place. Loads of stuff you can get. Hello, can I help you in Vault? I have no idea what you mean by that. Sorry, I literally don't know what you mean by a help in Vault. What I'm going to have to unfortunately do here is say I've gone through a lot of tea. I had a lot of tea whilst I was out on the beach today with my family, and I've had even more just now. So I'm going to have to be back in just a little moment. Don't you guys go anywhere. But yeah, too much tea. I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that brief little interlude, but let's get cracking on now. Oh, I got something on my eye on the way back. Crafting got like 3 million extra credits from trying to farm critical focus and profit taker. I mean, I'll do it, yeah. That is a bit of a farm. I'll do it. I mean, I think you can transmute critical focus. Obviously, the chance of getting any one given mod is low, but I think you can transmute it. I'm just going to gamble here, let me know. No, I got Lingering Torment. Never mind, that didn't quite work out. I mean, if you transmute just once, you shouldn't expect it to give you anything good. Have at least 1 million credits on you. Carping Mantis. Have at least 1 million credits ready to burn, and enough mods to use those credits, or you're not going to get much worthwhile. But self-destruct, not going to need to care about that. You see, I'm just using the gold mods from Railjack here, because why not? Whirlwind, projectile speed and throw melee. I'm getting gold mods back, so that's always nice. Vulpine Mask, don't know if that one's a valuable one, but we now grabbed it. You got condition overload that way? Yep, this is definitely a way to get that. There we are, cold mod for Arch Melee. So that's an Arch mod, you no longer have to go farm through Archwing missions, because who cares about that, let's be honest now. Necromech Enemy Sense, that's a pickup. Can you transmute Necromech mods? Well, there you go. Not all of them. There are some mods you get from Lloyd, some mods you get from the Jugulus Rex, and some mods you can transmute. Just like this one right here. I don't think there's ever been a quicker answer I've given to someone's question unintentionally than that. Being actually saying, thoughts on-screen direction radar for demo units? Yeah, there should be a on-screen visual indicator that's clear to match in with the sound. If you're supposed to be able to hear it, for those who can't hear, definitely, you know, accessibility, the ability to see it is important as well. I'd be behind such an idea. I'm just going to burn up a few of these worms torment because, hey, why not? Quick little demonstration. Efficient transfers. There we are. Got ability to duration for Archwing. Nice cold mod there. So you can pick up all kinds of mods that you wouldn't normally have through transmutation. Get yourself a few million credits and just go for it. Light speed on Archwing. All these kind of Archwing mods that you wouldn't get unless you just constantly went through process. Excuse me, the process. Archgun Ace. Is that one that goes for a bit? I don't think that one goes for a bit, but it's a thing. It is indeed a thing. Retribution is not a valuable one, but hey, it's gold. Even Whirlwind. Very good heavy blade stance. I don't know how rare it is to have, but yeah. Hey, look, even Parazon mods. Failsafe. 50% chance to retry on hacking failure. That one's a bad one, but hey, you can get it. You can get it. Is it okay to use a macro for transmuting? I can't say on that with any certainty because DE... I don't know what their official policy is on macros. Obviously, automating the game entirely is a no-go. To what extent you would be able to macro this, I don't know. It's just Raptor. Is that one a good one? I can't remember. Yeah, if you had something which changed that automatically to 4 for you, rather than having to go click, 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 that might be perfectly okay, but I don't know for certain. Crit damage and Arch Melee. So if you click in and then it went backspace 4 at the click of a button for you, maybe that'd be okay. I don't know. Unfortunately, that is something where D has not been clear. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Anyway, I've done enough transmuting there. Got a few bits popping up here or there. If you saw something you hadn't had before, then you know that's a way you can get it. Critical focus isn't that expensive in Warframe market. It's like 10 plat. I mean, to some people, 10 plat for a mod can be something they don't want to do. So, swings and roundabouts. But it's still half of a Warframe slot or nearly 2 weapon slots is 10 plat. Swings and roundabouts indeed on that one. We've gone through all the picker frames for now, so let's mess around with something else we've not done so far. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which to pick? I don't know. And we could bring out more of the Hildren bits and pieces, but I've covered Hildren in her own video over on my YouTube channel, so if you do want to see multiple builds on how you can use Hildren for some devastating effect, definitely check it out there. Limbo, Gauss. Out of the two, I prefer Gauss. I'll be quite honest, Limbo is a bit of a sticking point to use at times. I like using Gauss. Gauss is fun. Gauss is fun. Varuna is confusing. It took so long to research Varuna. Every time I thought I had Varuna figured out, something else popped up with that frame. Good lord. Was that an absolute mess to get through? Is it too early to grind for Citrine in Mastery Rank 5? It's not too early, no. If you want to do it, do it. It is definitely not too early, because all you need to actually build Citrine, you can get a little bit of mining in Deimos, and you need access to Void Crystals, Argon Crystals, which technically you can get on Deimos, but your actual farm is the Void, which you get through Pharbos. Tiana Pass, our normal mode, is only, what, level 25 to 30, so it's not even that high level. So yeah, MR5, farming that mission, yeah, that's fine. You won't be as effective as someone with top-end gear, of course, but yeah, you can do it. No problem. Go for it. Varuna was a mess, and we thought Citrine was simple, and no. Yeah, Citrine's not that simple, but compared to Varuna, Citrine is, well, simpler. Do the mod slots matter in mod placement in weapons and frames? Yes, they do, actually. Yes, they do. This is something that everyone has to learn in Warframe, but for some reason, no one seems to figure it out on their own. Or at least, most people don't figure it out on their own. If you're a complete shut-in, obviously you had to figure it out on your own, but most people end up having to be taught this. Let me grab the demonstration foreman. I have a separate foreman for demonstration purposes. Yes, that is a thing. So if we go into the foreman here, you'll see that the foreman currently has electric and impact damage. Okay? Now, if you are wanting to upgrade the damage on it, you can just throw Iteration, and it doesn't matter where you throw Iteration, that's absolutely fine. It's going to have the same effect. The V symbol you see here on Iteration can match up to a polarity on a slot to make it easier to fit in, but ultimately, where that goes doesn't matter. What does matter is when it comes to damage types. At the moment, I've got electric damage on here. If I throw on Hellfire, you'll notice that the heat combines with the electricity, removing the electric and turning it into radiation. Now, if I didn't want to have radiation, if I wanted to still have the electric damage, but also bring in elements, then I can bring in alternative elements here to change that. So say if I brought in Cryo Rounds, don't do this is a bad combo, but you can. Cryo Rounds will combine with the Hellfire to give us Blast, and the electric is now left alone to be electric. If instead I did want to have radiation and then also have cold, if I put this electric here, it's not combining with the Hellfire. Even if I move them away from the cold, these two aren't combining. You notice it's still Blast Electric, because mods are considered top left to bottom right, in that order. So across the top row, across the bottom row, and then the innate elements of the weapon. So to have radiation cold, the cold would have to come after the radiation mods from these two. You can look into more on that on my YouTube channel. Just search for the word HCET. H-C-E-T. HCET stands for Harrow Chassis every time. Or technically it actually stands for Heat Cold Electric Toxin. And that goes into full detail about how the elements combine together, so that you'll never get it wrong again. Unless you didn't pay attention. That is a possibility. I hope that clears that up for you. When it comes to Warframe mods, that issue doesn't happen to the whole top left to bottom right. They just go in. I don't think there is a single Warframe mod where the placement in here matters, aside from matching the symbols. You see that that V polarity we have on the Prime Continuity matches the V slot here. That's why it's only costing 7. But aside from that, it doesn't matter on those. When it comes to companions, top left to bottom right does matter again. And that is for these, what's called Penjaga, but it's the precept mods. You see the precept symbol there. The ones at the top left will activate first, and if the Sentinel is not using that one, then it will use the next one along. So I've got Assault Mode, the one that allows my carrier to attack, as the very last mod, because it is the very last thing I want it to do. I want it to focus on looting the area. I want it to focus on healing me. I want it to focus on regenerating my shields. I want it to do all of that before it attacks. Because if I do it this way around, then it will constantly attack enemies if it can see them, forgetting to loot the area whilst it's attacking an enemy. But this way around, it'll do the loot pulse and then continue firing. So the order of the mods for companions definitely does matter. Why is it never explained in game? It might be explained somewhere. I don't know where. It could well be that on the mods bit here, it might cycle through a tip like, the item compatibility of mods being transmuted will influence the item compatibility of the mod you receive. We call it polarity, not item compatibility, so go figure. But otherwise, yeah, I can't scroll through these tips or go back to one that's important. I might be in the loading screens, or it might just be something we had to come across, but yeah. In terms of the information, it does kind of, if it exists, it's gone before you know it. Yeah. Main thing to remember, the elements combine in a specific order based on your mod placement, and then the weapon zone elements. And I cover that fully in the H-set video. And the companions, put the thing you want it to do most on the top row towards the left. The thing that you want it to do last, bottom row towards the right. And that only applies to preset mods. Yeah, the more you know. I'll be honest, with the companion bit, I didn't realize just how important it was until a friend of mine started playing Warframe, and he got carry, he got looter by my recommendation. He said, I don't know why you recommended it. It's not popping most crates. I have to still open them myself. I'm like, I never have to open crates anymore. They just explode around me. What are you doing wrong? He's like, I don't know. I had a look at the build. The only thing that was different was the placement of looter in assault mode. That was the only thing different between his build and my build, aside from, the amount of endo he'd spent. That's how I confirmed, yeah, it was having a serious impact. So yeah, the more you know. Right, I was going to use Gauss to blow up the map. Let's go blow up the map. Let's go blow up the map. What map am I going to blow up? Do I want to blow up one with relics in it? Ooh, that looks fun. That looks fun. I'm going to grab a random relic. I don't care about it. It's just a case of demonstrating it blowing up. Do I have a Marked for Death nuke build? I have tried it in various different Warframes. I'll be honest, I do not like Marked for Death. Is the information I've given for Kavats as well? Yep, all companions that have preset mods, it applies to them as well. How important it is will differ from mod to mod, because some cast so quickly it doesn't actually matter, but overall, yeah, all companions have that same issue. Alright, let's pop this on. Bring on the noise. Activate all buffs. And do that thing with the automatic rocket launcher where it just automatically rockets everything. Fire, fire, fire. So here, the reason I like using the Envoy with Gauss is because I've got that insane fire rate, insane reload speed buff. I've got knockdown protection. It all comes together to allow me to just go absolute blappage overload. Although, the enemies aren't spawning quick enough. What level are these? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought this was Steel Path. When did I turn it off, Steel Path? Oh, yeah. I clicked over to show Tiana Pass on not Steel Path, didn't I? Oh. Balls to it. I'm not even going to complete the mission. I don't want to. I want to do it on Steel Path to demonstrate it again. My bad. Is there a looter mod for other than Carrier? No. Looter is specific to Carrier. Which is part of why I like Carrier so much. Do certain Warframes give certain weapons a buff? Yes, some Warframes have signature weapons, which will give them a small enhancement. Really small enhancement. So like, for example, I think the Icarius... Yeah, so the Icarius is a signature weapon of Gauss, and you can see here, these dual launchers reload faster while sprinting, even more so in Gauss's hands. That's it, he gives them ever so slightly faster reload speed. Exceltra is the other signature weapon of Gauss, yeah. So there are signature weapons for Warframes that launched with said Warframes, and some of them get some small bonus, but most of the time you can ignore it. Would it assign armor on? No, thank you. Alright, let's see, what have we got then? Ah, there we are. Mott. Well, it's a void survival. Sure, let's do it. Even more enemy types. Have I tried Tombfinger Primary? I have, yes. Wouldn't putting shield restore as the top preset be better? It should only be considered in an emergency and not interfere over times. Because the ones before it are all instant casts, it's not a problem being actual. I get what you're saying, and from what I've said, technically yes, but it's not actually that important. Assault mode is the main threat because that one is a continuous ability.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to challenge.
Whereas all the other ones are instant cast ones, so it's not a problem. Alright, so now we can see Gauss against Steel Path, large groups of enemies, and he just kind of deletes them. Yeah, he just kind of... They die. They just die. So long as I keep my abilities up, they die. This is the epitome of not aiming. I'm just kind of gently pointing towards where enemies are on my radar. Press and hold left click because this is an automatic firing rocket launcher, despite the fact I think it says semi-still in the arsenal. And they die. That's it, they die. And because of the way that, because of the amount of ammo that the Tenet Envoy picks up compared to other AoE weapons like this, we can just keep going. We can just keep going. Oh, and I just got a frame buff, so excuse me, I am going to
Finish your mission and we'll take a
recast kinetic plating. I'll have to recast raw when it times out. I should not have uncast my red line there, but it's fine. So now I have even more range and strength for the time being. You can see just how generally effective this is as a setup. Like, the life support has gone down a little bit, but it's not really a concern. I can go up towers if it really comes to it. And the reason I'm doing those little dashes is that's how I keep the battery running. You'll notice I'm not using Thermal Sunder. I've actually taken it off in favor of Raw. Quick dashes like that are a huge boost to the battery on Gauss. That's how you keep him running. Literally running. Okay, this is the only downside. These guys are pretty resistant to the Envoy damage because they are dickheads about it. There we go. Focusing down those, what you call them, Guardian Xmas, very, very good idea. Because of the amount of damage reduction they apply. Oops, that ran out. What pun did I say this time? Hold on, what pun did I say this time? Why am I being called out for a pun? What did I do? What did I do this time? Let my battery run down a bit. Not bad. Definitely keep an eye on your battery. If you take a little too much in the way of damage, it can drain your battery. Keeps Gauss away. Oh, I didn't even... Ah. My bad, my bad, my bad. Sorry. No, I didn't... It's just a turn of phrase. Anyway, I hope this demonstrates that Gauss and Envoy are just a match made in heaven. Like, who cares about the Exceltra? Exceltra is not the signature weapon of Gauss. The Tenet Envoy is the signature weapon of Gauss. It just works. And of course, Raw there, it's not just helping with the direct damage, but also is really enhancing the slash blocks that we get from Hunter Munitions. So I highly recommend that as well. Can someone explain how Gauss can survive at 2 hit points and still under 5 for minutes? Well, I'm not at 2 hit points. You probably were watching someone who was using the mod Quick Thinking, which allows you to turn energy into survival. If you take damage that would kill you, Quick Thinking instead makes it where you spend the energy rather than health. So that's probably what you witnessed someone doing. I don't use that as a form of tanking. Never been a fan of it. But it is the thing. Oh no! Why is it with violence and spawning on me today? Violence, you absolute fun-ruining stain on existence. Anyway, rage aside. Also this. Let me just use Agara's gift to pop the nullifier. Oh wait, it didn't kill them. Thank you. Dash my battery level back up again, because I would like to have that nice and high, please. Yeah, I should have brought an automatic weapon. High fire rate one to take out the nullifier bubbles. Didn't think about that, my bad. Oh, apparently I have killed Corrupted War. I didn't even notice that he was stood next to me. I at no point aimed to kill him. I killed Corrupted War.
Extraction is available.
Oh, I did not notice that was a nullifier as well as a Arctic. My bad. Yay! Paris Prime Blueprint. But you see my point. The setup there with Gauss just works. We're good on that one. Can we get an Atlas punchy build, asked Cosmo? Yeah, we can do that. We can grab a punchy Atlas next. Let me just let me just get out of here real quick. There we are. I definitely did not struggle with jumping up there. Nope, don't know what you're talking about. And we're good. Alright then.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win.
Easy peasy.
The lesson ends.
Literally easy peasy. No problem at all. Can I show the envoy build after that? Yeah, sure. Do you remember correctly that Atlas Punch has like 5% crit? You do remember correctly, yes. Atlas Punch has a very low critical chance. That does not stop Atlas. That does not stop Atlas. Very quickly, the Tenet Envoy build I was using there is this particular one. I have got a Riven here, giving me extra crit chance, crit damage, and zoom. But the rest of it just works out. I actually have forgotten a mod on here. Whoops, when did that one fall off? Let's put that back on. There we go. So I was doing that with no ammo mutation. Massively higher fire rate, massively higher reload speed, just spamming out rockets until the cows come home, and I did it entirely without ammo mutation. I also had the wrong Bane mod, because I usually use this against a Grenadier. So that was no Bane active and no sniper ammo mutation. Yeah, it's technically a sniper for some reason. Did I have carrier? I did have carrier, but fork. As I mentioned earlier, you'll notice the ammo case is here, not on the build. So you might think that I had all of the ways to enhance my ammo. I did not. That wasn't on it. The wrong Bane mod was on it. This isn't doing any of that ammo stuff. This was base Tenet Envoy in terms of ammo handling. And it works. Because the power of the Envoy is just that strong. With Prime Firestorm and Hunt Munitions, doing every last little bit of work to cut through. Why Mango Serration? Sprint speed is a nice idea to have, so it's better than normal Serration by that little bit. And then the bonus damage that it gives, first of all, yeah, it's stacking additively with this, but it's still extra damage. But most importantly, it means you've got over twice the base damage when this hasn't yet been stacked up. So you start with the ability to deal out a lot of hurt, and that means that you can ensure you actually do get the kills to get going. You don't struggle so soon. Yeah, the start of the mission. Why does the companion have no weapon? Because Carrier likes to steal the show. Carrier is very, very good at shooting, because I normally give Carrier Verglass here, and Verglass is kind of a little bit pog. So with this setup here, now the numbers, they don't look as impressive as the Tenet Envoy, granted. But the numbers here, it actually gets a fair amount of work done. Got a heat fire all set up, and this kind of burns through enemies. Specifically the Grenadier, but all enemies will die to it. I can use that to solo Steel Path. As in, just using Carrier to do Steel Path. If I want to give it even more, I can switch in Fired Up as well. I don't normally need to do that, but I could swap that in here, say in place of... I could slot it in over Guardian, probably. Yeah, lose the extra shield regen, or I could lose the armor on it, and then I get even more heat damage. And yeah, the Verglass is identical in stats to the Tenno weapon, the Galaxian. So it's capable. It's capable. I just don't need to do that. If it can burn through high-level grenadier armor, you can likely handle Corpus Infested just fine. Exactly, yes. So Verglass is strong. Verglass is strong, and so is Senate Envoy. I have a lot of strong stuff. Titicano, you're in the wrong place. I'm going to delete your message because that is literally not how you sell things. You need to be selling that through Warframe Market or just go in-game and sell it in trade chat. You are in Twitch chat. I know they start with T, but Twitch and trade are two different places. Alright, let's bring out a Punchy Atlas. This was requested by Cosmo. Let's do it. Also noticed Sister Shadow wanted us to switch to a bit of synthwave. Let's change up the music to the sim stuff. I do like the Sims. What is Zagara's gift? Zagara's gift is a Spore Lacer secondary weapon. Zagara's gift is also a reference to StarCraft 2, where Zagara is a Zerg queen, and Zagara liked using Banelings. Banelings were infested roly-poly creatures that basically just like balls of acid and they explode with acid everywhere. Funny enough, the Spore Lacer likes to fire balls of acid, which explode everywhere. So, Zagara's gift. It just seems to make sense to me. It seems to make sense. Alright, if we're using Atlas, what I would like to do then is make sure that we have a appropriate setup. This is not an appropriate setup. This could be more appropriate. This could be... Oh, that's got a tiny, tiny punch to it. Let's use this one. Yeah, this one should be okay. I'll run with it. And I need to have... Oh, where did I put the stat stick for it? Did I put it on the scepter? Is that the one? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That'll do. Alright then. Let's do this. Beep deep with the hydrate? Sure, cheers. Yeah, Zagara is a thing where she just summons Banelings. Yeah, exactly, Zob. That's why I talk all about it. With regards to Zagara as a gift. You see I have Ensnare on the first slot? Yeah, Ensnare works on Atlas. If you want to go a full crowd control build, Ensnare enemies, and then petrify them and all that good stuff, it's fine. Right, let's go to... I don't want to do any of those ones, to be honest. No. Let's just go survival. Let's go a nice bog standard Steel Path survival all the way over here. I think it's a nice one we can do. Is that the one? That's Spy. Is it this one? There it is. That's a good demonstration location for this one. You don't need a ribbon for a stat stick? Correct! Stat sticks exist without ribbons. This is a thing you can do. Ribbons can make stat sticks better, and in fact a good ribbon will make it better, but it is not a requirement by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all. Alright then, so Atlas is ready to go punchy punchy. I've got the Envoy and the Zagara's gift if I really need them. I'm mostly going to go punchy punchy here. Let's get started. Punch. And this is with no combo built up. Let's do that because I'll then also gain some armor, which can come in handy. Yeah, it's literally my defense. I'm up to 5 times combo so far. Purely through punching. So, yeah, you can actually just punch your way through the corpus with Atlas, it's fine. Oops, that was not meant to be a shot. It is no longer a pure punch build, I'm sorry. The inclusion, though, of petrifying for armor, definitely a good idea for your survival. I'd highly recommend that. Atlas uses stat 6? Yes, absolutely. I cover the frames which use stat 6 in my stat 6 guide. I've got an updated one for Cora specifically as well. Because we have gained a bunch of mods since my statistic guide, but the general guidelines still apply. Now with Atlas, I am also using Arcane Avenger, so you'll notice that I'm actually landing a lot of critical hits here. Because Arcane Avenger adds on 45% absolute critical chance. So it takes whatever your crit chance was, such as 5%, adds 45 to it, so now you have 50% for example. And that is exactly what is happening on Atlas here. I am just dealing a lot of critical hits because the enemies are stupid enough to shoot. If the enemies stopped shooting me, I would hurt them less, but then the enemies also would not kill me, so you gotta give them credit for trying. If you don't have Arcane Avenger, I highly recommend getting it. Arcanes, there are some really good ones out there. Avenger is amazing, Aegis is amazing, Consequence is amazing, Pistolier is amazing, and there's a whole bunch of other ones you can grab, of course. But just off the top of my head, those ones are truly brilliant for what they achieve. Now we have got a little incursion of baddies here. This might go badly for me, as I am designed to damage not these units. I might struggle to take out those Xmas in particular. Yeah, they've got a lot of armor, and this is a toxic build that I brought. So that is slightly problematic. I'm going to have to break my vow of punching. That'll kill them. Arcanes are hard to get. That is why you trade for them. Because grinding out Eidolons is not fun for me either. Next snap. Mercy kills actually do come in handy if you die to time, believe it or not. Consequence is really cheap. It is, actually, yeah, Consequence is really cheap. And as far as Arcanes go, it is brilliantly good fun to use. All you need to do is headshot an enemy. You don't even headshot kill, just headshot an enemy. And then you have nearly double the bullet jump velocity, which means you fly through maps. It is wonderful. Really, really good as far as Arcanes go. Oh, you can punch the cameras. Huh. I was just pointing at it and seeing if it would happen. I didn't actually know I would. As you can see, this Atlas is kind of slapping. Oh, sorry, no. This Atlas is kind of punching. My bad, sorry. Actually, the worst time to use the word slapping. This Atlas be punching. Now, this is specifically typed for the Corpus. Obviously, if you're against the Grenier Infested, you want different set of damage types. Because damage type matching is always a good idea when you go for slightly sillier builds. You know, get the most out of it. Energize, question mark? Energize. I don't know what the rest of the question is, unfortunately. I'd love to answer. Is this game any good now? No. The reason that we're all watching is because we hate it miserably. Yes, of course it is! And it's got a major update coming out next month. We don't know exactly when next month. They're still working on it, it seems. But a major update coming out next month as well. Just stab that guy. He shouldn't be here anyway. Long-time YouTube watcher, first-time Twitch watcher. Oh, welcome in, Strange Fish. Glad you enjoy the YouTube content enough to pop on over here on Twitch. Whilst you're here, make sure you grab yourself a ticket, by the way. I see that is your introduction. Just making sure you have grabbed yourself a ticket for the Hildren Prime Access giveaway. Alright, well, Extraction is available. The live support has actually been maintained rather well, if I do say so myself. And I do. And we've had over 500 kills, predominantly through punching. So if you were looking for a way to punch with Atlas, even on the Seal Path, I hope I have given it to you now. Pretty high for Deviri. We have to see exactly how it plays out. That's my main thing with all updates. Anything, I want to see the details. The devil really is in the details. Just have to wait and see, won't we? I still maintain, though, that a big downside of Atlas is these guys. These guys suck. Look at them. Giant mounds of living rock. You think, wow, isn't that amazing? Did I just miss? I think he just missed. That's how bad he is. Ah, dear, dear, dear. Am I going to be on Warframe when it comes out? Ask me again in 2035 when it does. Even the augments turn them into armor ain't good? Yeah. I'm just not a fan of the rumblers. Just not a fan at all. There you are, Cosmo. You've had your punchy atlas. You have had your punchy atlas. I hope that is everything you hoped for. Alright, I see then. We also have Cass asking for a Nyx. Nyx with any build that works in Steel Path Disruption. Interesting. Hey, look at that. Nyx Prime's right next to Atlas Prime. What do you know? What do you know? What do the British call American biscuits if biscuits are cookies in Britain? Wait, no. Sorry, what? Condog? What do the British call American biscuits if biscuits are cookies in Britain? Well, if we call American biscuits cookies, then there you go. That's what we call them. You answered your own question. I don't know what to say to that one. Miss Playday asking, am I an engineer? No, I'm a Kengineer. I know that Google autocorrect and just any autocorrect from a dictionary will try to turn Kengineer into engineer. It thinks you misspelled it, but no. I am in fact a Kengineer. Very subtle difference. I get you, but I'm not an engineer. I mean, I could be an engineer, but then that would probably be illegal because I don't have the training to be one either. Are American biscuits basically scones? Oh, okay, right. Fair enough. I'll be honest, I've never been to the United States, so I don't know. Why are you downranked? I have a better one. There we go. I mean, there's oh, no, actually, I want a better rolling guard. There we go. Right then, this could be a approach when it comes to being effective for Steel Path. So what we got here, we've got Psychic Bolts, which will do a total defense reduction, which what we need there.
Wait, are they here? Kengineer.
F-Zero, thank you very much for playing that audio clip there. One of my favourite audio clips there, when surprise Rover Megan on a prime time. Absolutely love that one. Does a Kengineer design K-Drives? No. No, absolutely not. Would I want to be an engineer? It's not my profession, no. I'm a content creator. Alright, so what we've got here, Assimilate is allowing us to use this while still moving around and using our weapons. I've got Dispensary added onto here, which is allowing us to generate health and energy orbs. Energy is the crucial one, because no energy makes Nyx a very sad Warframe. As much as I have some efficiency and duration to help us out there, Energize, stacking with it to go all together. You might be wondering, why the hell have I got Prime Sure-Footed when I've got Absorb? Why would I need Prime Sure-Footed? And the simple reason for that is, if I am not in Absorb, for any reason whatsoever, the last thing I want is to be knocked down, because then I have no defense and no ability to react in time. I will die. So Prime Sure-Footed is to ensure that that doesn't happen, and we can get ourselves back into being invulnerable at a moment's notice. Now, maybe this works, maybe this doesn't. Let's give it a try. I'm going to bring out the Felox as well in terms of the weapon, because the Felox is kind of a little bit stupid. And let's bring Glade Prime. Now, do we go against the Infested, the Grenier, or the Corpus? Corpus, let's go Apollo. We might get ourselves a Hildren Relic whilst we're at it. And that'd be nice and snazzy, wouldn't it? This I'm going to leave on Corrosive for the Acolyte spawns. Let's give this a whirl there for you, Cass. Did I get a haircut recently? I did, yes. Was it on Tuesday? I think it was on Tuesday. Alright, let's take this one over to Apollo. Disruption on the Steel Path. Excuse me. Do her bolts work on Demolis? I'll be honest, I've forgotten. So we're about to find out, aren't we?
It's from Fortuna.
I have actually forgotten. What are we doing?
Put the key in and you can pull the shinies out.
Pop this right here.
Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens
So thanks to Equilibrium, I'm gaining a lot of energy from the health orbs, and there's the energy orb brocking energized. I now have a load of energy. Yay! That's the main bit. Just energy. Hello, Corpus. I am invulnerable now. What are you going to do? A whole lot of nothing is the answer.
This isn't your regular fault job. Allied thieves sold the conduits with interference routines specific.
Now you can still roll around, but you can't jump whilst in this mode. And it's a good idea to not take loads of damage because that will burn up your energy. To help out with that by confusing enemies, get them to deal with each other for a bit. Got our first key. And what we can do as a trick to help get around is switch to Operator. Use that to reposition. And I'm about to be hounded by this Stalker. This is not great. This is not great. I don't need Stalker in my life. He's going to keep nullifying my abilities, isn't he? Yeah, there it is. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not buying. Wrong house. Wrong house. I'm going to lose that conduit because of this guy. There we are then. Right. Now I can get back to playing the mission. That was really unfortunate that that guy spawned. I'm just going to have to deal with everything else now. I don't like having to constantly reload, so let me just deal with these guys real quickly. What is not? Oh, seriously, what keeps turning up? That time I don't know. This one, the first time I sort of, but the second one I don't know what turned it off. Yeah, having a frame that's reliant on abilities against the Corpus to survive can be a bit of a pain. What? Nullified me? Oh, did a nullify walk over Nyx over there? Okay, that's really getting annoying. Not gonna lie. I hate nullifiers with a passion. You can just go home. This way. I can hear it. Now, I didn't touch anything. I'm really confused as to why I'm getting nullified, I'll be honest with you. Okay, well, we can sap the shields out of this guy. Are you shitting me? I'm not going to kill him in time because I keep on getting nullified and it's slowing me down. I'm getting annoyed.
Move on. Move on.
Okay, so my answer to you, Cass, is don't fucking use Nyx, because if you're against the Corpus, you'll get nullified for going through a doorway, apparently. The electric conduit is nullifying me? Since when does electric damage nullify you? I'll be honest, I've never heard of that. I know that nullifier bubble got me, but it was before it even got to me. The conduit was nullifying, and there's not a nullification on the conduits at the moment, so that is really confusing. This game is so opaque, I swear to God. I play this game more than most people watching, and even I am getting completely and utterly thrown off by what's happening here. If I plug this in, yeah, it is the electrified conduit nullifying me, isn't it? That is so stupid. Because there is a nullifying conduit thing. But at least we can sap the armor, and you see, I'm not getting knocked down. I don't have my stacks because I've been too busy focusing on trying to just get the key in. Stop nullifying. Now I have no energy. I can't. I'd messed this one up. That's your conduit's a bug to nullify some abilities. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm actually now frustrated with that one to the point I'm aborting. Yeah, nullification against Nyx is pretty much GG, and I just had the nullifying conduits, but it's electric conduits. I've had the nullifiers nullifying me when I'm in operates form, and I had the Stalker spawn. I'll be honest, that mission just said no. Cuss, there is your answer. Use a different frame because the game will say no. I refuse to continue to deal with that BS. If you wonder why I don't use Nyx despite the fact she's very powerful except when the game says no. Is it the game infested with bugs? Oh, the game has a lot of bugs, yeah. How do you fail in disruption? By having the game say no. That's how, Lazar. Did you just miss the last 5 minutes of the stream? Or did you want to rub the salt in the wound? I'm just going to assume you missed the stream and sat down and decided to type without watching. Yeah, computer said no there. That did go about as badly as it could have gone. But hey, if you are up against the Grineer, who do not have nullifiers, or if you're up against the Infested, who do not have nullifiers, and you don't have the Stalker trying to kill you because he has a nullifier, and you don't have Violent Spawn on you because of nullifier, if literally nothing nullifier pops up, then Nyx is immortal. However, if you come up against a nullifier, then you lose. Lazam said, I was really wondering how a disruption can be failed. By failing all 4 conduits in a round. That's how, Lazam. I don't know how you didn't know that. It's the same as pretty much any objective mission. If you fail part of the objective, then you fail. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Nyx is great, except when you do that mission, because everything goes wrong. Dragon Maiden Aria is asking for the frame Citrian. I have no idea what Citrian is. What's a counter to nullifiers? If it's a nullifier bubble, you want to use a automatic high-firing weapon to pop the bubble quickly. If it is not that, if it's violence, stand back. If it is the conduits bugging out, you can't fix it. If it is Shadow Stalker spawning, you can't fix it. Yeah. Why don't I use individual loadouts? Do you mean this loadout stuff? I have them. I stopped using them because I actually do so much stuff at once that I don't care. It's easier for me to just set the mods up then to go, now was I on this loadout or was I on that load? Because as soon as I forget about the loadout, I break it. Not even worth it. Yes, you can fail 3 conduits in disruption, still do the 1. You did the disruption, yeah. If you fail all 4, then you fail the mission outright. So I'm getting seeing that Dragon Maiden wanted a little bit of citrine. New frame balance spelling, fair enough, yeah. I mean, what do you want to see from citrine is the question, because I've already done a guide on citrine. That is over on the YouTube channel. If you've missed that one, how did you get here? Is, I suppose, the best question. But yeah, over on my YouTube channel, there is a full guide on citrine and exactly what she is capable of. Now people realizing I don't know who Citronus was sarcastic. I thought they meant Citronus in like the car manufacturer, Totes My Goats. I'm definitely not being sarcastic like every British person is ever. I have a YouTube. No, I don't have a YouTube. Wise kick, come on now. I don't have a YouTube. Alphabet has a YouTube. I don't have a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. You want to be a wise kick with a wise crack? I'll have a crack back. Alright then. Citrine. Someone asked about the Envoy build again. Sure, why not? You thought that was the other engineer? Nah. My level of sarcasm could be lethal. Could be? Damn, I need to step it up. If I've not killed someone with my sarcasm, I'm not trying hard enough. I'm really salty right now. I'm like 80% salt, 20% tea. Which is not a good combination. It should be 80% tea and 20% salt. So let me have some more tea. Ah, much better. Alright then, who am I banning? Probably the Grineer from Life. Let's go to a disruption mission. A disruption mission that got moved from here to here because on the star chart it was too hard. Is my name Kenny? It's not, no. The other person just thinks they're funny. But it's fine. We'll leave people to it, because that's about all the joy that some people get out of life. It's just changing someone's name to something else. We'll leave it to them. Hopefully they feel better soon. Alright then, let's do this. You know what's really funny, chat, is that if I had actually kept my Verglass on my carrier, I probably would have handled that disruption mission before. Because Verglass also takes down nullifier bubbles. But because I refuse to let carrier steal the show, I lost the mission. It's a thing. Yep, okay. That guy's gonna be mean. Oh, do I not have knockback resistance on the Citrine? What about... Oh, no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah. I apparently did not put knockback resistance on my Citrine. Don't know when I'd made that mistake. But I brought AoE only weapons to a no knockback resistance Citrine. I'm just full of bad ideas today. It's fine. Can you get out of my face when I reach out, please? Thank you. I don't even care that that bowled me over. I hate scorpions with a passion. Scorpions are a plague. Oh, I did not mean to just cast that right there. Right, you have no armor. I have no energy for some reason. I have been nullified. I'm being self-staggered. I hate nullifying so much. This is life for someone who doesn't have prime shot footage. Yeah, it's a shit life, isn't it? It is a shit life. This is why I normally use the Fullman. The Fullman doesn't knock you over, even with city builds. I swear, every time I look at someone, they've got their armor back. Alright, another key. Enough messing around.
Demo unit incoming.
Energy drink. Oh, was there an energy drink? I should pay more. See, I'm trying to pay attention to myself getting knocked over. I'm trying to pay attention to chat enough to not be one of those streamers that just sits there and just plays the game and ignores chat. I don't want to be that kind of streamer ever. And then the game's just like, yeah, we're just going to slot in a little cheeky energy drain on you. You don't mind that, do you? We'll just ruin your face from the inside out. Don't come into nullification range! I hate life.
Find another one.
Why am I here? How did I suddenly end up there? Oh, for crying out loud. Aussie. You want to deal with me? Deal with this gun. Warframe is being rude today. Yes, it is. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm so used to not having to worry about you. And this is how we deal with it when everything else goes wrong. Alright then. Excuse me, coming through. Warframe woke up today and chose violence. It chose violence multiple times, actually. We keep seeing this Fecker. The first time he decided to hide in a wall from Urayli. Imagine hiding in a wall from Urayli. Oh, I can't get my ass to come back now. Well, that's a thing. Ooh, that's too low energy. Oops. Enemies? I would like to gain stacks on my weapons now. Could you please spawn? Thank you. Does Citrine strip armor? No, that's why I use Tharo Strike. Oh, that was too close. Over here. Of course it's an Ox. What was... Oh, electric trap. Alright then, I have no energy left for some reason. There we go. Right then. Back under control. Oh, and a final key. Excellent. You lose CPS on your DOTs by putting Toxin on Glaive? Incorrect.
Conduit, goodbye.
I don't know who's teaching you that stake of delay, but incorrect. I don't even know what you think you mean by that, because it's that incorrect. That's how bad it is. By having the Toxin there to go alongside the 4 slash proc on the Glaive, which, by the way, you can't improve slash procs with slash mods, so that wouldn't be an issue. Oh, hi, Mania. What it's doing is it allows me to kill Corpus much more effectively, because slash does not actually do that well against the Corpus, believe it or not. Alright, you have no armor. I'm just going to throw the Glaive at you until you stop being a menace. Because this will also kill Mania in the process, who is also being a menace. There we are. Look at that, they both died. Wow.
Taking squared away. Right.
There we are. You wanted to see a bit of Citrine? There we go. I did, again, everything wrong by bringing a full suite of knockdown weapons whilst forgetting to put on knockdown resistance.
Wakey, wakey.
But it's still doable.
Here we go. Shiny secured.
Mania's just collateral damage? Yeah.
I'll send your cut than usual. Have a good one.
How did I discover Warframe? I was introduced to it by a friend, who no longer plays for that matter. But hey, people move on. Chris, you requested a change to the music, but actually, because of where we're at on the stream, I'm going to refund you the points on that. No point in us changing it right now. So this is part of why I don't use loadouts in Warframe, because if I take enough time to actually think about what I'm bringing, it'll be fine. If I were to use loadouts, you can guarantee that I would then break the loadout, not notice, open the loadout, go into mission, be like, why have I got no prime shuff? And then it all just goes to shit anyway. So there's no point in me using the loadouts, I just end up breaking them. Do I happen to have a guide to condition overload / condition overload? That specifically, Moon? No, because that's basically reading out a Wikipedia page for a minute, which would be a terrible guide. So no, I don't. There are some things where I could do video guides on them, but just reading the wiki is infinitely better. Lazim, I'm going to refund you the points on that pick of frame. That's not happening. Because we have reached the point now where we are actually at the end of today's scheduled stream. In fact, we're over time. So, if you haven't yet already grabbed yourself a ticket, make sure you do so. If you have already grabbed a ticket, please do not spam the bot. If you've already got a ticket, you don't need to type it again. So, Mythic Spirit, you just typed it again. You already have a ticket. Let's see how many people have already got a ticket and do it anyway. It's 10 PM already? It is 10 PM already in the UK, according to the stupid daylight saving system. I highly dislike it, but there we go. Meep Deep already had a ticket, but decided to try again. Silverstrom already had a ticket, but decided to try again. Oh, yep. There we go. We got Mildly Mad Vessel again. Already has a ticket. I am shook. Already has a ticket. Come on, guys. Gorilla with a Glock definitely already has a ticket. Gorilla, you resubscribed earlier. You definitely got a ticket at the same time. Come on now. They're saying I already did it. They already sent the message before I told them not to. Mythic Spirit. You've been here enough times, you know you don't need to spam the bot, especially when there's 300 people here. Come on now. Now the bot's rate limited. Now the bot's rate limited. Great. Giveaways are an excuse to rate limit the bot. Rate limiting the bot is an excuse to have a go at people who keep trying to claim multiple tickets. Do you have to be on PC for the giveaway? Nope. You could be on Switch, you could be on PC, you could be on PlayStation, you could be on Xbox. All 4 are eligible to enter into the giveaway. Only one person can win, though. Separate to that, though, Calamity0420, thank you very much for subscribing at Tier 1. Welcome to the channel proper there, Calamity. Hope you enjoy your stay. At least certainly more than I enjoy playing Nyx against, what, like 4 different types of nullification. Cheers indeed. Daylight saving time sucks? Yup. Yup. It stole an hour of sleep from me today. I don't appreciate that. Sure, it will be given back to me in 6 months' time, but that's in 6 months' time. I need the sleep now. It's called a regular sleep pattern. I like to say, Dory Ken saw people trying to do ticket 10 earlier to try to get multiple tickets. Yeah, as if I would let that slip through. Dolty, cheers. No, Mythic, I know you weren't trying to claim multiple tickets, but it's still fun to call people out for appearing to do the same. Think you still have your ticket? You have your ticket. If you redeemed it, you still have your ticket. Yeah, it's one per stream anyway. It sticks for the entire stream. But at this point, I think I've said ticket enough times. Did our DST just happen? Yep. North America will do it 2 weeks prior to the UK for some reason. If you look up daylight savings time on Wikipedia and have a look as to when different countries do it, you will be so frustrated with the world for letting it get to this state. And if you are in the programming industry and ever have to deal with daylight savings in programming, you know just how god-awful it is trying to account for all these different countries changing times in different ways in different places. It is ludicrous. I hate it. It's stupid. Everything about it is stupid. Lord Nightmare asking, what happens if you try to get -1 tickets? Tell you what, let's not try that, and I won't ban someone for trying to break my bot. How's that sound? Belty fell asleep the whole stream? Oof. Did not realize I was so uninteresting. Oh well. Alright, let's wrap up the entries there. For those who would like to grab themselves a Hildren Prime access, because we are definitely over time on what I said is the time to enter. That is the entire number of tickets there, and it turns out that we have 402 of them. You know what, I kind of would have liked there to be 18 more, for obvious reasons, but hey well, we don't get no funny internet numbers today. 402 people would like to have themselves a Hildren Prime access. Only one person is going to get it from this stream, and that winner today, I am very happy to announce, is... oh, that's a long name. Bunnies and Metal the Clone. I have to know where that username has come from. I have to know the origin of that. What? Bunnies and Metal the Clone. Congratulations, you are indeed the winner of today's Prime Access giveaway. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch shortly after the end of the stream to get hold of your Warframe username platform. We'll get that sent on over to you. I see plenty of people are claiming it is rigged, as is tradition, of course. I really have to know about the origin of that username, though. Some usernames are just like, yeah, whatever. It's like you rolled over a keyboard. But there is some intent behind that. Bunnies and Metal the Clone. I'm curious. If you're listening, I've got to know. I hope you're listening, because you just won, so, you know. In any case, that is where we are going to wrap it up for today's Warframe stream. But please don't go anywhere just yet, as we're going to be raiding over to another part of the Warframe community. Bunnies and Metal Clone, there you are! Suddenly screaming, what? I'm sorry, what? Quoting verbatim here. They claim the ticket, let's see here. Just 44 minutes into the stream, no big deal. They asked if it's possible to solo an Isolation Vault bounty. I don't think I actually responded, so the answer is yes. And now you win. There you go. So you get a question answered and you win. It's a great day for you. It is a great day for you. But everyone else, let's raid on over now to a different part of the Warframe community. And right after that then, Bunnies and I can have a little bit of a chat as to where the hell your name has come from. Let's see, who can we raid today? We could go to Asian Invasion, so I recently learned how to actually say their name. My apologies for getting that wrong all this time. We could head on over to them. Let's see, is there anyone else as well? We can have a gamble between. Who else do I recognize here? We got Neo Nest we could go to. We could go to Zion Zeta. What are we thinking? Asian Invasions, Neo Nest, or Zion Zeta? Who are we going to go today? Someone's managed to pick someone else entirely. It's Asian's birthday stream, or is it? It doesn't say birthday stream. It says they won't end until they get an e-girl. That's slightly cringe, actually. That is slightly cringe. Neo, Finster. No, I had a Finster. Let's do a birthday subathon. Could be a nice gift. Alright. Zom confirming. Right, let's do it then. Fine. Although their title is still cringe. Their title is still cringe. I stand by that. When is Asian not cringe? Given the way that you've written that, I've now read that out loud, is a really weird question, Fiery Sentinel. So I'm going to skip that now, just because of the way you've written that and the way I've read it. I do not want to get cancelled for a misunderstanding. So let's head on over to that stream now, shall we? Everyone else, thank you very much for joining in on the stream today. I do hope you have enjoyed yourselves. I will be back on Wednesday for some more good old Warframe. But in the meantime, you have yourselves a good first half of your week. And until the next time, bye well, Tenno.